fuck you doing?
Remember that name, Good Pizza, with 3 Z's, baby, 3 Z's.
What's up, fam? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Yo, check this out. Today we got a very special guest. This one's for the rollers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have Chalique Rolls in the building. He tells us his story of his come up down in SoCal, what he's been doing with the TRP Group in Cookies, Florida. There's a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. Roll something up while we take y'all on this journey. Good Pizza, Chalique Rolls. See you on the show. Malique, thanks for coming through, bro. Been a long time coming, man.
Yeah,
yes,
seriously,
sir.
Stoked to be here,
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's get
it's
into it, bro. He's gonna roll my joints all fucking episode. I don't gotta roll shit today, folks.
Easy, as long as he grinds them up, we're chilling.
Easy, bro, easy. So, my friend, let's talk about before we get into the cannabis and the rolling and your career with Cookies TRP, all that fun stuff. Let's talk to the story behind the story.
Yeah,
my friend, where you from? Where'd you grow up? Like, let's start there, bro.
So born and raised in San Diego, California.
Nice.
So, yeah, pretty much like normal childhood. Just grew up, like did normal kid shit, cool. Played sports, just hung around with my homies and stuff like that. But then I just got like super into skateboarding, that lifestyle and everything like that. So being from San Diego and like kind of just getting into skateboarding, that's kind of like how everything started for me, as far as like, and it's kind of weird to say, but like my life is like my own person type stuff, really being able to like go out, explore on your own, and really like get to like view your city without someone else's perspective there, like your parents or something like that. So so kind of just started out San Diego, just skating.
Let me stop you right there. Are you still skate?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did you ever quit? Did you kept going?
No, the longest I didn't skate for was actually pretty recently. It was like a year or something like that. Like I recently like broke my elbow skating. Fuck. Yeah. Which, dude, after almost 30 years, like my first broken bone. So it was about time. Bad. You got to pay the piper and shit, especially when you're skateboarding like.
So what you doing, handrails and shit? And steps?
Oh no, like transition, like skate parks and stuff. Yeah, like so I like at this point in my life, like I have 2 kids and getting a little bit older, so it's just like skateboarding's for fun, and so I like still go to the park that I kind of like grew up skating.
Nice, bro.
And I'll just go there and fuck around and just have fun. And like one day I was there just doing a trick that I've done probably 100,000 times, just lock up, break my elbow. So like I didn't skate for like almost a year after that, just because like trying to be like rehab and all of that stuff.
Sure.
So
what trick was that?
Basically like a board slide fakie. So if you're on transition, and then like there will be like coping, and it was like a
kink rail.
Not even a kink, it's like tranny. So like a quarter pipe, right?
Yeah.
So imagine like the quarter pipe is long as hell, right?
Yeah.
And it's like kink quarter pipe. So all the way from the kink to board slide to fakie on the quarter pipe.
Okay, got you.
And I just hang up on my trucks and just like slam on my elbow like this.
Fuck, man.
And it was like funny because my homie was there and like there was a bunch of people there and shit. So I just get up. I'm like, all right, I'm good. And so I'm like at the top of the quarter pipe again. And I'm like, I don't think I'm fucking good, dude. I'm about to drive home. So I drive home like one arm like all like gimped out. And then I like get home and I'm like chilling. Like my kids have friends over. We're all just hanging out. And my wife's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I think I need to go to the emergency room or some shit. And she's like, why are you here, dude? Like, what are you doing? And so like drive to the emergency room and shit. And just fucking sat there for like 6 hours. And then they're like, yeah, dude. Yeah. And the most fucked up part about it, like I go in to get an x-ray and these motherfuckers x-ray the wrong arm. So I had to go back in there for another like 6 hours type shit. So I'm just like, I'm leaving, and they're like, you can't leave. I'm like, no, like you're not holding me hostage. Leave, and then go to another emergency room the next day. Yeah. And they like hooked it up with like a splint, and then I eventually had to get a cast, physical therapy, blah blah blah. So that's kind of that was like my longest break from skating. But I still skate to this day. Like
tight, bro.
That's like one of like the one things I think will probably be a constant for as long as I could do it for sure. Like I love
same, bro.
skateboarding, just like, yeah, without skateboarding, there's no weed. That's 100%, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like kind of just that gradual transition.
Yep.
If you're a skateboarder, like I'd give it at least 60% chance the first place you smoked was at the skate park, you know?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's kind of how it started for me.
For sure.
Yeah, so just like growing up, skateboarding, I moved to Arizona for like 3 years with my mom when my parents split up. And that's kind of really where like the weed shit started for me.
Oh, you went to AZ? Whereabouts in AZ, bro?
So in Surprise, it's like kind of by Phoenix.
Surprise, yep. I know Surprise.
When I moved there, it's actually a town called Waddell. So it's like right next to Surprise. Because
Okay.
where I lived, it was like development of homes and then straight just nothing. Like
Yeah.
strawberry field. So I literally was just like, my mom's like, if you move to Arizona with me, I'll buy you a dirt bike. I was like, fuck it, I'm in, let's go. So I just ride my dirt bike in Arizona to the homies' places, and I ended up staying there for like 2 years. Like I was in 8th grade, 9th grade in Arizona, and then moved back to San Diego in my like sophomore year of high school. And then,
Okay.
yeah, and then from there, graduated high school in San Diego and ended up going to like Chico.
Tight.
Yeah, I went to Chico
Chico
State.
State? Nice. Heard great things about that place.
Yeah, dude, that kind of like leads into the story a bit with weed too. So like kind of just where for me, like my whole life somehow I've come in contact with like these big kind of like milestones for like just my life in cannabis, and they just happen to intersect every time. You know what I'm saying? So that's super cool. So yeah, it's like I've almost grown up with like not only cannabis, but it's like kind of just helped shape the person that I am today in a lot of regards. So that's pretty
dope,
yeah,
bro.
it's a trip, dude.
So what happened up at Chico State, bro? What was that like?
Oh, dude, it was insane. So like when I went
Let's
there,
skip over that part.
yeah, we can't skip over Chico. So funny enough, like I did pretty good in school and all that, but I was like just skate kid. Like I was into like graffiti, like I was into vandalism. I liked that shit a lot, and I was just like, all right, well, I don't want to go to college. And my dad, you know, military dude, he's like, you're going to fucking college, dude. So
Okay, gotcha.
end up going to college at Chico State for an art major. So I was like, sick, I'm gonna do art. Like, then I just ended up getting up there and like partying a bunch, and like I was just like, oh yeah. And then like it was just like one of those things. But the funny part about Chico was, and it kind of ties into skateboarding, was there's this company called Blood Wizard Skateboards out of San Francisco. And at the time, I had a friend named Chris Gregson. Now he like films for Tony Hawk and stuff. Like dude's like legit, like pro on like one of the guys, right? And then I had a roommate across me in Chico, and his brother was on Blood Wizard Skateboards too. And at the time, this brand is so niche, and there was only 2 people officially on the team. One was his brother, and the other was another guy. And my homie was just about to get on the team. So he's like, I'm like, Blood Wizard Skateboard? Like, my homie rides for them. He's like, nobody else rides for Blood Wizard. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, just like, oh, man. Then I'm like, nah, man, like, pull up MySpace or Facebook. At this time, like, Instagram was pretty, like, not happening.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, on the computer showing him, and he's like, oh, that is a Blood Wizard board. So then I end up like going to the dugout with this dude like behind the dorms, and this dude pulls out some of the dankest like purple weed I've ever seen in my life, right? And I'm just like, damn, this kid is sick as fuck. Like this full skates, and he's got the dankest weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this guy tight. Like,
Did we just come best friends?
yeah, I'm like, this is the homie, right? Shout out my homie Tucker Given, dude. He's fucking still in Oakland right now, ripping. And yeah, so then he's like, yeah, bro, like, you want some of this? And I was like, fuck yeah, bro. And I'm in San Diego, so, like, the weed isn't cheap, you know?
Yeah. Weed's more expensive down there?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was just, like, more indoor, right?
Gotcha.
And so,
And that's more.
yeah, and it's funny, like, that kind of got into it. So, like, seeing him, and he's like, bro, this shit. I'm like, yeah, let me get an eighth. And it's, like, kind of like, all right, cool, $25. And I'm like, what the fuck for this? $25? Like, game over. So that's like how I kind of like linked up with him and started like the whole career over that. But like,
You start trapping then?
a little bit. You
Yeah,
bring stuff
right.
down. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been through it all, dude. Even been robbed and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, you bring shit down and it just happens to magically like increase in value.
Yeah.
More miles you go, right? It's funny
do
how
you
that
know?
works. Yeah. But yeah, like in kind of like before that, like kind of just stemming back, like, yeah, that's what really got me started. And like, oh, this shit is kind of a real deal. But yeah, to go back, or not to go back, but to kind of just get into the weed part of it, right? So it kind of started for me like super young. Like when I was young, my aunt, so my mom's sister, has like rubella palsy, right?
Okay.
So has glaucoma, all of that stuff. So I just like grew up as a kid just like smelling weed, like
Okay.
like, oh, it's normal.
Yeah, same here.
Auntie's medicine, just
Yeah,
like, oh, cool. And my grandma, they're from like Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
So like islanders, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like my mom was born there,
Okay.
and she was the first generation person like
tight.
to come
You brought
here.
Trini, that's what's
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. So it's just kind of like crazy. So like growing up, that was just auntie's medicine, you know, and I'd always be like, nosy ass kid, like that's what we did, you know. So I'd be like peeking through, you know, and I remember the shit was just always brown. I'd be like, oh, it's whatever. And then one day, she had the chronic, and I like look, and it's like brown, green, brown, green, brown, green, and I'm like, this is the shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? And I couldn't have been more than like 8 years old.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
You
and-
saw the difference between good weed and bad weed at 8, bro. That's a
Yeah,
trip.
because one's like one color and one's
Yeah.
another. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what a trip, dude. Like, like different types of medicine. Like, you know, as 8-year-old, you're not like, I'm not really cognitive that they're like smoking this shit, right? So like that was like kind of like the start for me of like, oh, this is a thing. Right. And then like,
That's funny, bro.
yeah, such a trip. And it's so crazy because the duality of like my mom being this like very free, loving, like from an island person, like worked for the school district, like all that stuff. Sorry, Mom. But like she used to like, you know, smoke weed, and like my dad's military dude, absolutely the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
One of those opposite attracts relationships, maybe?
type shit, you know? And so it was just such a trip because like when they split, it's like my dad is like, no weed, like sports, which is what you want, dude. Like for anybody who like actually loves their children, like you want them to be successful. And then if they do happen to start like chiefing, you know, you want to make sure that they're set before that's what they're doing, you know? So you can't ever fault them. Like having my own kids, it's like, my kids like know what I do. My son is like 10, so he's around the age like figuring it out. So it's like not something that I keep from them or anything like that.
You shouldn't, bro.
But it's definitely one of those things of like, yeah, dad works a normal job, and then once he's done, like he might do that. And they still don't even like see me like smoke or anything like that, just because I used to smoke cigarettes and I quit. So they're like, if they see me smoking, they're like not hyped on that shit. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so even then it was like so polar. And so when I did go to Arizona, I was like hyped on weed because like I moved from my dad's. I'm with my mom, riding dirt bikes and shit, skateboarding. Like it was on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm smoking weed every goddamn day, you know?
What's up, pizza fam? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Check this out. I'm getting a lot of questions on where I can find the fire good pizza. Check this out. We got you covered. We're in NorCal, SoCal, Central Valley, San Diego. We got you covered on the slices. Peep the list. Go check out the shop. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. Peace, love, Good Pizza. What year was this you moved out to AZ?
So I was 13 and 14.
Gotcha, okay.
So I was like, you know, just like normal, like
Yeah, you're just getting
young
started.
kid shit, you know what I'm saying? So like that point, like I kind of smoked weed for the first time.
I was about to ask. Hit
okay.
us with the story.
Yeah, so the first time I ever smoked weed was in Arizona, at the fucking skate park with my homie Josh and like a couple other the homies. and it's just like, all right, we're gonna go smoke weed, you know. So we go like behind the skate park, whatever, smoke weed. I kind of feel it. It's like Meckies at that point, like Arizona straight like dirt weed, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'd smoke that. And yeah, I kind of didn't really feel much. It was like whatever. But then like I go back to California for summer, and I smoke a blunt at the skate park of some chronic, right? And dude, it's like literally the scene out of Half Baked. You know, and they like go to Quick Trip and they're like fucking drowning in the slushy.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I got the highest I ever been. Like, put in headphones, and music sounded like a trillion times better. And I'm like, oh no, like this is crazy as fuck, you know? And then go up to the pizza shop that I still go to this day, eat pizza, best tasting pizza of my life.
Oh, you damn
right? So it's just like the first time I smoked was sick, but like the first time I smoked dank is like what I count as my first time like really smoking weed and feeling the effect. So yeah, I was listening to like fucking Brother Lynch Hung and like Andre Nicotina. And it probably altered my mind for the rest of my life now that I think about it. But it's like, it's super cool. Like that shit was insane. And so by the time that shit happened, I was like fully hooked on weed for sure.
Yep.
100%.
That's fire,
man.
bro. That's fire.
Yeah. And then so like moving into kind of Arizona, that's the first place. Like, so I come back, and my mom's like, do you smoke weed? I'm like, yeah. In my mind, I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna tell her, dude? And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm almost 15. Like, she spanks me. That shit probably won't hurt as much anymore, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And then she's like, okay, you wanna smoke some? And so, yeah, literally, first time I smoked with my mom, I was like pretty young.
Cool. How old were you?
I was around 15. But she
that's
didn't like
the first time I
smoke it
smoked
with me. She's just like left it out for me to smoke, and would like let me kind of like be around doing the shit.
Sure.
And like, so what was funny is she always used to have like stupid dank, and I'm like, bro, how's this lady getting like the dankest shit I ever seen in my life? This is better than the shit I was seeing in San Diego, in Arizona at the time. And so I was like just always wondering, and so she'd give me like the dankest weed, and like coincidentally enough, there's this like back to skateboarding, like there's a guy across the street, and he has a rail, like a sick ass rail he made, but he's just like some older like dirt bike dude, just like, bro, he doesn't even skate it. So he saw me skating, he's like, you can use my rail whenever you want.
Oh, that's what's up.
And I was like, dude, this guy's sick as fuck. His name is Lance. Shout out Lance.
Shout out Lance, man.
Best dude ever. And so one day I used to hide the rail from him, or before my mom got home, she's like, you wear a helmet, and I was like, nah, down with that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So like one day she caught me like riding the rail, and she came home and she's like, and I'm like out in front of Lance's house. She's like, what are you doing out in front of Lance's house? I'm like, skating the rail. He said I can use it whenever, you know, just like little kid shit. And she's like, all right. And I'm like, that was weird. Why should fucking ask me why I'm at Lance's house?
Oh, Lance the plug?
Lance the plug.
Oh, I didn't cut you, bro, but fuck, no, I seen it coming. Sorry, continue.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. So she's like, and then it was like maybe like a week later or some shit, and she like hands me some money, and she's like, go over to Lance's house. And I'm like, all right, cool. Grab the money, go to Lance's house. And then Lance is like, what are you giving me money for? And I'm like, my mom wanted me to give you money. And he's like, your mom? She said it's okay? Like, you can give me money? And I'm like, yeah, bro. Because, like, we were homies at this point. I was like his little homie, you know? And so he's like, all right, come on in. I've never been inside this motherfucker's house before, granted. I've only gotten, like, skate his rail.
How old's this fool?
I don't know. At that time, he could have been 40. He could have been 30. Yeah, when you're young, you're like, everybody's 35. Yeah. But if I had to guess, he was like, he had to be like 30s, 40s, because he's like cool type shit. You know what I'm saying? He was wearing like Metal Militia, had like fucking 85s, like real desert dude, you know? And he had no gray hair. So he was pretty young.
35. We'll call it 35.
35.
Sounds good.
So I go in this fool's house, and it's fucking Home Depot buckets.
Ooh.
Filled with straight dank. Like the dankest weed I ever seen.
Oh, shit.
And so I'm just like...
Just open curing type shit?
Like literally just goes, you want to look in there? Opens it. Boom. Straight dank ass weed. Like, I'm assuming he's curing it, because at that time, dude, they weren't like fully drying, like hang drying their shit. It's like it was still a little bit.
The curing techniques.
Yeah, it was a little bit different. So yeah, I see that, and then he's like, "You want to hit the tsunami?" And it's like this bong. It's like a bubble type bong, and fucking like
hit the tsunami on him.
Yeah, dude, and I fucking hit that, and then he's like, "You want to see something even cooler?" And I'm like,
"Oh shit!"
I'm like, it gets like it's like Oprah. He's like, "You get a thing." It's like it gets better. So I'm like, "All right, it's fucking insane, dude. Let me go check this out." Fool shows me it grow for the first time.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, that is like when you're. I don't even know. It's like fucking drugs, like straight mainlining cannabis lifestyle type shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is the coolest shit ever. 100%. Like, it was the coolest thing that I have ever seen at that point in my life. And then I was just completely fucking hooked on like, just like weed type shit. Even like later on, moving back to San Diego, I actually got in trouble. I got on probation for weed, like for smoking weed by the school type shit.
Got you.
And even then, I was like watching YouTube videos of Hash Bean 420. Do you know what that is?
Nah.
Whenever we're done with this, look up Hash Bean 420.
Okay.
Everyone look up Hash Bean 420. He's like this like Dutch dude who would just take a trillion bong rips. And like I remember being like young as fuck in high school, watching him like turn shatter into batter, like heating it on a thing. And I'm like maybe 16 years old, you know, watching this shit while I'm on probation, can't smoke at all, you know, just because like, bro, after that trip to Arizona and coming back, I was just like full on weed head. Like nothing would have stopped me.
Damn. Yo, AZ, bro, to add on to your AZ chapter, bro, AZ's got a dope cannabis community. They always had fire, bro. Like, I met my wife out there back in the late 90s, you know what I mean? I've been going out there ever since the Phoenix. So that was my first West Coast experience, you know what I'm saying? And like the weed was fucking fire, the weather was great. I mean, it was hot, but it was like more consistent than Jersey. So it was like always sunny, and like I love the palm trees and like the whole West Coast vibe. And like I would even tell my boys back home, like, yo, son, you listen to like West Coast, like you listen to Pac or Dre or Snoop out West, it hits different, bro. Like it's just different than when we listen to it in Jersey. Like, and I was just noticing these things and I kind of like falling in love with the West Coast lifestyle, bro. Like, just what's not to love? You know, especially from the East, you feel me? So it's like,
my dad's
Phoenix
from the
is
East.
dope, bro.
So
where's your dad from, man?
New York, the Bronx.
Oh no shit, BX, okay.
Yeah, the Soundview Project.
He's from the Soundview
Projects. Yeah,
yo.
that's how.
So long as he's military, he's hood as fuck, bro.
Oh, my dad's the funniest dude on the fucking planet. Like,
yo,
he's like,
Soundview's no joke, bro.
Yeah, and me being like a San Diego kid, it's like it's like you literally the polar opposites. Like, New York, it's fast. You're very like to the point because nobody has time, and then on top of that, like there is so much going on. It's not a lackadaisical lifestyle, right? Yeah. So like me growing up, I'm like born and raised in the town of like get there when you can type shit. Like San Diego is so relaxed, you know?
Yeah. Very different than Soundview Projects, bro.
So I'm super thankful because my dad like instilled a lot of those like East Coast like really good morals where it's like cool, people from the East Coast are like genuinely nice, but they'll cuss you the fuck out as they're like helping you out, which is cool because they're telling you how dumb you are for getting yourself in the situation, but they're gonna help you out. And then like on the West Coast is just different. So like it's having that duality kind of helped me out a lot for sure. But Arizona is like Republican California. So a lot of the people who are over Cali, they just dip to Arizona. So that pipeline of like California to Arizona weed has like always been good. Like I remember smoking Humboldt Super Purple. That's what it was called in Arizona. First time I ever had something called Humboldt was in Arizona. Yeah. Which is like a trip. Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, some of the first dank ass West Coast weed I got was from AZ when I was in AZ, and I used to trip on how fat these motherfuckers rolled with their swishers.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn, they're putting a lot of weed in that motherfucker. You know, East Coast we fucking stretching shit when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was cool, man. Shout out to AZ, bro.
Yeah, great place. Yeah. I mean, fuck, I still go to Arizona from time to time.
Same.
Yeah, I have some family out there and shit.
Yeah, my bro Nutty lives out there now, man. I gotta go see him soon, man. One of my Jersey boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Arizona's sick, man.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, so that's kind of how. Yeah, so like moving from college, just kind of. So I went to Chico for 2 years. My wife kind of got pregnant early. I was young when I had kids, you know.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
20 when I had my son. So then moved back to San Diego, and I'm like, yo, you got to get some shit going.
Yeah.
So like out in Chico, I actually learned a lot about like growing, right?
Okay.
Like growing, and not only growing, but like just like the homie helped me, and he's like, yo, come trim. Like we need some help up there. So I'm helping my homie trim. Like I even have pictures on like my Instagram forever ago, just like holding up a massive nugget of like Blue Dream, you know. And then from there, they just kind of like, there's like a town over called Orville, you know.
For Orville, yeah.
And my homies just let me help out on the farm. Cool. Kind of fast forward, my wife gets pregnant, and basically have to move back down to San Diego, and I was just so used to getting good ass weed for like kind of cheap,
Yep.
you know. And so I was like, fuck, I gotta figure this out. Like I need to like grow or meet some people, or so I started doing a little bit of like indoor, you know, down in San Diego, and met some like amazing people on that journey. Like my mentor, his name's Catman. Dude's fucking
Catman.
grows the best weed on the planet.
Shout out
to
to
this, like
Catman.
literally best weed I ever smoked in my life was from Catman.
Is he still doing his thing?
No, so he had like a stint in Oklahoma.
Gotcha.
Did his thing, and then kind of had some trouble out there.
Okay.
And then I like kind of just have been holding his library for a long time.
Oh,
So
no
so
shit.
yeah, there's some stuff that I have from him that he's hunted,
You just keeping his genetics alive type shit?
Yeah.
Keeping the moms alive?
and then just like, you know,
Nice.
growing the legal California 6 plants for the head.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so kind of moved down, and then from there, like started working like every job. You know, you're about to have a kid.
What was your first job, bro?
My first job, like under the table job, I was like sweeping basically I like out of middle school, and then there was like a garage, you know, like they'd
Yep.
work on cars and shit, and I would just like sweep up their fucking shop for money. I was a little hustler. I was like, yeah, can I have some money? They're like, sweep this shit. But like my first actual job was at Quiznos,
Okay.
funny enough, and that was like one of the best jobs I ever had. Straight up,
Slanging subs,
bro,
baby.
slanging subs, trading subs for every fucking piece of paraphernalia you can literally.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Bro, I was 16, and they like made me the manager after working there.
Damn.
Dude, they were tripping. I don't know why they made me the manager. Like, especially at that age, like, I think everybody else was just into partying a lot, you know? They were just like 21-year-old, like they were just partying, you know.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
just
no
like a
doubt.
kid who just like wanted money. So, but like I would just like smoke weed in the freezer, because you know there's that myth.
Weed in the freezer.
Yeah, there's like a myth in like the food industry, or I mean, at least from what I've seen, like people would just smoke weed in the freezer.
What?
Yeah, and I'll take like a grape swisher, I'd roll a gram.
And a blunt at that.
A blunt,
Oh,
swear to
bro,
God,
you're a
on everything I
savage,
love.
dog.
So literally, I'd cut it in half,
Yeah.
and then I'd fucking smoke one on my fucking 15, like
Okay,
in the
yup,
freezer,
yup.
and then I'd take the other half and just smoke it on the way home. But yeah, and like I just used to have so much fun. I used to trade subs for like skateboards. Actually, that guy Chris Gregson, I was telling you about,
Yeah.
the one who films for Tony Hawk. He's like, he was like a vegetarian at the time, and we're all just, you know, skateboarders not making a shitload of money. So
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
like
sure.
trade this fool like for boards and like packs of cigarettes. I'd trade him like subs. Like I was
Tight.
bartering subs out that bitch like nobody's business, dude.
Hell yeah.
Best fucking
great, dude.
like as a
I can see why that was so
16-year-old,
good.
bro. I was crushing it, and I was just making hella money on tips. It was a great way for me to understand like how to service people, because it's like the options are finite. So it's like however good you make this person's experience is like they're gonna make their own fucking sandwich. They're gonna tell you what they want. But
Yeah.
but if you can make them happy in the process, like then yeah, it was cool. You made people happy, make subs, trade subs, smoke weed.
Free
Be a
subs makes you
kid.
happy. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsors over at Grove Bags. Listen, Grove Bags are hands down the best way to store your cannabis. Forget jars, forget Mylars. Nobody does it like Grove bags. Listen, it's a 6-layer non-static bag. State-of-the-art technology. It's gonna keep your weed fresher for longer. It keeps your cannabis between 58 and 62% humidity at all times, the optimal humidity to store cannabis. It's gonna increase your shelf life, help prevent mold, weight reduction. Hands down, it's the best product out there. We don't use anything but Grove bags at Good Pizza. And especially if your product is in stores, we all know there's some shelf life issues at the stores. This is gonna keep your product lasting longer on those shelves. So when your customer goes to try it, it's gonna be fresh cannabis. Listen, if you wanna store your cannabis the proper way, use Grove bags. Use promo code PIZZA with 3 Z's. That's PIZZZA. Tell them Good Pizza sent you.
Oh, dude, I had this thing called the Bali Special. And, like, back then we used to say we're bollied, like we're high or something. Like, that's what we say. And then I'd have my homies come in. They're like, can I get the Bali Special? And it'd be like fucking pound of barbecue chicken, hella onion. Dude, it'd be like the biggest fucking sub in the world.
Yeah.
Like, knowing goddamn well I should not be putting that much fucking food on a sub, bro.
Sure.
It was hilarious.
You was plugging it, bro.
Oh, I was plugging it.
Good.
If you would have came to the Charlie Stop Quiznos back in 2009, 10, dude.
So is that what y'all call sandwiches down in San Diego, subs?
It was just called Quizno Subs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It was like a full.
In general, what do you call? Because that's the thing in Jersey. It's like subs or hoagies, depending on where you.
We'll
or
call it
heroes,
like a sub or a sandwich. I mean, hero. I don't hear too much. My
Hero's
dad
like
used
a
to
New
say
York
that
shit.
shit. Yeah, my dad would say like hero.
Some New York shit. Yeah.
I think like San Diego, it's weird because it's such an eclectic group of people, and everybody's a transplant, and everybody's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
That it's like the nomenclature kind of just like comes and goes. It's
Gotcha.
like it's more like whoever you're around at the time is kind of what you'll hear.
We get it.
Yeah,
we get it. Just,
yeah. And so I mean, I like. I don't know. It's pretty funny. Like, there's some fucking amazing sandwich places, but it doesn't really compare to like New York or something like that. Like, love San Diego, but we have Mexican food.
San Diego has some great food. They have great Italian food, bro.
Yeah, there's
Like, I went to like 3 spots down there. I was happy with
there's
all
a little Italy in San Diego.
Yeah, there is. I've been. And they got
Little
good
Italy.
pizza down there too.
Oh yeah, I love it. I used to go down. There's a
Very
place called
impressed.
Bronx Pizza.
Really?
In
shit.
Balboa, and my dad is
Okay.
like, of course, my dad's going
Pop
there.
say?
Yeah, he's like,
Fucks with
oh,
it?
he loves it. I used to go to Bronx because he'd take me there. He's like, we're going to Bronx Pizza, and we'd eat like fucking, cheese pizza with like sardines
Let me
and
get that
shit.
Soundview slice.
Bro, I swear to God, my dad eats Chinese food
You ever
and
been to
pizza.
Soundview, bro?
Oh yeah, like funniest story about Soundview. When I was a kid,
Hit me, bro.
yeah, dude, this shit was
All
insane.
you New Yorkers, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Soundview Project. So I actually told the homie Loyalty IC Mag this story. He gets a kick out of it every time. So I'm like being just like a little shithead, just like skateboarding, becoming a preteen. I was maybe like 12 years old or something like that. And I'm just like, just being a little asshole. And I'm just like, I don't know. And my dad was just like, you're ungrateful, dude. I'm going to take you to the fucking projects. Like, you have no idea what you have. And I'm growing up in San Diego.
Yeah.
So obviously, as a kid, nobody knows what they have
You
or
don't
don't
know.
have,
You don't
right?
know.
You're just a
Yeah.
fucking kid. So I'm like, whatever, Dad. Like, this fool doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about type shit. So I
course.
go to the South. So my grandmother moved from, Soundview to Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
So she got out of there. But like my dad still has family there and stuff. So I go there as a kid and I just lost it. I was like, he's like, no, bro, stay out there. Just go in. And then I'm like, what? Like, no. He's like, walk in there. And I'm like, no, Dad, come get me. So literally we go in. We fucking just take pictures out there. We ended up going up there and I just saw the way some people lived and like had to live. And it was just such like a humbling, like fucking like put shit into perspective moment. But the one thing that like tripped me out about everything is like how happy people were just even in that situation. So like I was expecting some crazy ass experience, like, oh, like I'm in the project. When in reality it was just like nobody
Just
gives
another
a
day.
fuck. Yeah, another day, normal people,
Another day in the hood.
happy people, and it was like, damn, like I really am ungrateful because I'm over here tripping about some bullshit, living in what some people would consider paradise, So
A lot of people,
yeah,
my
that
friend.
put shit into perspective
That's
for
cool,
me.
man. That's
to
cool.
say
Pops
the
today. He's
least.
like, nah, go ahead. Walk through the courtyard, son.
I was tripping. 100% fucking tripping, dude.
It's intimidating to walk through any project courtyard if you don't know nobody.
Anywhere
there,
as a 12-year-old.
As a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
as a grown
bro.
man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I actually went to Jersey that trip, too.
Did you? What projects you hit in Jersey?
No projects.
fuck
I just
with you.
remember fucking. I just remember going to a Nathan's Hot Dogs and
nice,
just
dude.
seeing LL Cool J, and like my dad's like, "Go take a picture of LL Cool J," and I literally
in Jersey?
in Jersey,
Damn,
random
dog.
as fuck, and I literally still to this day at my dad's house when you cruise there. It's like a picture of me, my brother, and my
dude.
cousin, and LL Cool J, just like this, at
that's
like a
fucking
Nathan's
cool,
Hot
man.
Dogs. Funniest shit ever.
You remember what part of Jersey? I don't even know where the fuck is it.
I have no idea, man. I was like 12
don't
years
matter. It
old.
don't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Probably not even there no more.
Dude, I
cool,
hope it
bro.
is. Nathan's Hot Dogs
Yeah,
is
it's
fucking
fire. It's
fire,
fire.
dude. That shit is fire. But
Tight,
yeah,
bro,
so that's
tight.
kind of how it started, and then ended up fucking, yeah, just kind of loving weed and shit, and kind of moves into the rest of the story, you know?
Yeah, so when do you start working in cannabis, bro? Like, when does that journey start? Are we kind of there right now?
Yeah, so like working in cannabis, I mean, how it started was like kind of like I was talking about before. I started like growing a little bit. My mentor had some packs that he wanted to move, and so I'm working for the city with my homie Jacob. He ends up getting fired for some shit, and he ends up working at his shop. So this is like 2015.
Okay.
The first place I ever worked, like at a shop, like technically wasn't Chico, but it was like delivery service, and I was literally like rolling joints for them.
Gotcha.
So that was like whatever, but like actually working and starting like my career consistently.
Yeah.
So I ended up like kind of just selling weed to this store, right? And this was like Prop 215, so you're
Prop
allowed to do
215,
that,
yep,
you know? So I was doing like the caregiver thing, and at the same time I was still like kind of working for the city doing like power washing shit.
Okay.
So I'm like selling to my homie, and then one day he's like, dude, why don't you come work at the shop? And I'm like, you're absolutely out of your mind. Like at this time I have like just had my daughter, you know, or just about to have my daughter.
Yeah.
I had my son, and I had like a pretty cush job, you know,
Okay.
at the city. I was already around weed. I was already like doing my thing. So there's like no real incentive to like work at a shop, especially when like you're not getting like taxes taken off. Like it's not a secure thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and so he just like kept bugging me about it. And I was like, dude, I'm already like doing shit. And then one day he's just like, but look at this. And he like showed me like a good amount of cash. And I was like, well, dude, like whatever, a week of tips. He's like, no, that was today. I'm like, what? Like, no, what? Today? So I was like tripping on that. And then like, so I asked my wife, I'm like, dude, Jacob's like telling me, you know, like I should work at the shop. Like I wanted, and at the time I wanted to do it, right? Like obviously it's my dream to work in cannabis and with cannabis, right? But like you have to put your family before yourself in these situations.
Of course.
And luckily enough, dude, my wife, shout out to my wife, was like, dude, yeah, it's a little sketchy, but like, when else are you gonna have the opportunity to like work in a dispensary type shit,
man.
you know? So like, if it wasn't for my wife, like, yeah, I wouldn't even have started. So that's like kind of how it started, and I ended up working at that shop late 2015, 2016,
Okay.
around there.
You
Yeah.
up in Chico?
Nope,
Or
San Diego.
Okay,
San
well.
Diego at Apothecary, super kind of like cutty mom and pop shop. Like, dude, we used to sell all the shit, like when heavy hitters came out and they were like with brass knuckles, like shit like that.
Yep,
When
I remember.
THC Design used to have boxes, like Wonder Bread used to have like boxes. Like it was like a different time, you know? And this was like right when you would see some brands doing branding, and then the other ones, like the stuff I would give to them, would have like no branding. So it was like a pretty weird time, but like I'm very fortunate to have worked in almost a very gray type
Yeah.
of industry.
Prop 215 was awesome.
Yeah, and so that shop got bought out by a big company, and so I was like, fuck it, I need to learn how to like operate a store. I knew about cannabis. I knew about the interaction that it has with our patients. I understand this part of it. Like, I had ambitions to like learn about the intricacies of the actual business, right? So I stayed with that big company for a bit, and I had a manager that like went away. I ended up like managing the store. She ended up going to Cookies, right? And so when she had an interview, she just kind of needed some help with like the genetic side of it. And I was in Chico in 2011 to 13. Like that's when cherry pie hit. You know what I'm saying? And like, so it was a wave when I was there, and I'd be like going to SF, the green door, getting Cadillac purple on the way down. Like I was full on, like that was my shit, right? Yeah. So I help her with like all like, this is the story and this is what they're doing and blah, 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 blah. She gets the job as like a district manager over there. And they ended up opening a cookie store like pretty damn close to my house. The flagship store in San Diego. I recently moved, so don't get any ideas. But yeah, and then she called me up, and she's like, I have a GM position there.
Tight.
Yeah, because I was already running a store. I kind of knew the deal.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of connections at that time to kind of just like bring in a bunch of my homies' shit into the store.
Cool.
So I did some interviews with and then they're just like, yeah, it worked out. And I ended up opening the flagship store in San Diego, and that shit was fucking insane. Yeah? Like the first day we opened and lined down the block, it was like, I won't give out how much money we made, but it was more than I've seen some rec shops making in a month. You know what I'm saying? Wow. It's like insane amounts of money.
What year was that store open?
That was 2020.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Peak COVID. So, dude, that shit was insane. So I'm out here, like, I'm the GM. So at this point, there's, like, some corporate people there to, like, help out with. But I'm, like, physically, like, you got to, like, distance people. Everybody's wearing masks. You're like, you got to be this. And that's why the line was, like, was, like, so far down the block because people had to do, like, 6 feet. Yeah. Dude. And it just took forever. And I'm in there just, like, mask. I think I got there at 3 a.m. I didn't leave until 2 a.m. that same day because it was just insane. Massive, yeah, bro. But like super thankful for the experience because it was like, bro, you're never going to have a time like that again. There's never going to be a time where you open a store and there's a block of people. And so I was just super thankful. So open that store, super successful store. Ended up kind of, and this is kind of how it goes in like Florida and some other stuff. So my boss at the time, still like the CEO or whatever, because he knew I did some grow stuff back in the day and all of that. They needed some help in Florida, so I went out there, helped him out a little bit, and just kind of formed a relationship with like that branch of the company, right? Mm-hmm. And so things progressed. I ended up like kind of training a lot of people who ended up in like management positions and things like that, nice, you know? Dude. So yeah. And then I just kind of got on as like a product specialist type thing. And yeah, now it's kind of like brought me to being like the head of quality control for the company.
Let's go, bro. Yeah.
So like there's obviously a lot of shit that kind of like goes into it, but we'd be here for like
nah, man. I mean, it's just it's just all your experience was a dress rehearsal for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For your positioning. And then is this the TRP group we're talking about?
Yep, TRP. So
cool. Tell people what the TRP group is. It's a very big group in Cookies.
Yeah. So TRP, we right now I think we have like 30 stores, something like that.
Oh wow, damn, yeah, that's 30 way more.
And that's across
outside
the country.
Okay, got you. I was gonna say that.
So we have
Cali.
Yeah, so we have California. We have 10 stores in California.
Okay.
Colorado, Massachusetts, Florida, Illinois.
No shit, man. I didn't know those OT ones were a TRP. That's cool.
Yeah, we have some out of town stores as well, and I don't know if I'm missing any. Vegas, Las Vegas as well. Not the one on the Strip, but the one on Flamingo. Okay. So yeah, we own a lot of cookie stores. We actually just opened a Dr. Green Thumbs in Fresno too.
No shit.
Yeah, so we work with those guys as well. So cool. TRP is just like kind of like a retail kind of entity, and then we just partner with brands that kind of have their own platform and following, and we just want to like handle the operational stuff. Like we want the brand to be the brand. That's like what we take pride in, like is is really giving brands a platform to like do what they do, and then like when you need help with like, you know, like the intricate like nuanced business aspect of it, right? Which like is something that's kind of needed for a lot of these brands. Like we have some brands that are just like straight legacy brands that we work with, like Sean Cron. Like
shout out Sean Cron.
yeah, so Sean's a good homie of mine from San Diego, and like so just kind of smoking his herb, and I was like, dude, your shit's insane. Not only is it insane, but it's unique and not a lot of people have it. Like, what are you doing? He's like, and if you've ever met Sean Cron, I'm sure you will.
I have.
He's like the
Briefly,
he's the most Spicoli like surf dude on the planet, you know? He's
Hell
like,
yeah.
he's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm just chilling. I'm like, bro, we could do all this cool shit, you know? And like, so he was sold on TRP just on the pure fact that like they understand like that there are people who are in this entrenched in the industry who do this shit for a living and really live this, right? And they're just there to help facilitate that, you know, which speaks a lot about like, and why I'm stoked to work for them, because it's like they give me like the, you know, the autonomy to do cool shit like that, right?
That's cool, man.
So so TRP, we're doing a lot of cool shit and working with a lot of cool people, and it's just been like a blessing because, you know, it's like very rare you work for a company that's in multiple states where they understand that there's an aspect of the industry that sets the trend for everyone, right? And that's us. That's kind of where we're at, right? So it's like, and obviously it takes some convincing, right? That's kind of why I'm here. It's like I'm a voice for the people who have been doing this for a long time, right? But if somebody doesn't give you that opportunity to do so, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have, right? So TRP is like super smart about that shit. They know where to put the cannabis people to do the cannabis shit. They have legal people to do the legal shit, and they have like, if there's marketing, they have marketing people for the marketing stuff. So like that division of responsibility is what really helps a company run smoothly, so they can pay their bills and actually like keep their employees paid. Because a lot of these companies, and I love them, like, but it's like a lot of them are too stuck in trying to like portray themselves as something and like keep up an image or something like that, that they're not paying like their bills and the people who are running their company, right? So is it cooler to make sure people are good and paid, or is it cooler to like run around, you got a AP but you don't have any of your staff paid?
Yeah, that's
you know. So I think there's just that duality of it, and like it's like working a normal job, dude. It's just way sicker. I get to smoke way more weed, and I'm not cool, like in a fucking office or working construction anymore. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at TRP.
That's dope,
and then Florida is a big thing. We got a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, what's the cookie scene like in Florida, bro? And where in Florida?
So man, we have 10 stores in Florida now.
No shit, man.
Yeah, our flagship store was Bird Road, I believe.
What town?
Yeah, Miami.
Oh, in Miami.
Yeah,
and
then we have Orlando. Nice. Orlando cracks for us.
Orlando's a good city.
Super good.
It's a good city. A lot of people.
We have like Port St. Lucie. We just did DeLand. That's where our facility is. It's like a massive facility. So vertically integrated, everything. So we're growing, we're processing there, making edibles, you name it. And then also like we release some brands out there too.
Nice.
So like Sean Cron is out there.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so Sean Cron, you can find Sean Cron weed in Florida. We dropped his Pueo Zero Gravity banana bread. That shit's crushing out there.
Nice.
We did Gas House. It's another good one. You know the Pluto guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did their stuff. We're doing.
I gotta get Felix on the show, man.
Yeah, he's a legend, man.
Yeah, he is. Been making waves forever.
Yeah, seriously, dude. We're doing Dr. Green Thumb out there, so we have Dr. Green Thumb.
Tight.
And we're actually gonna bring out 3 new brands. I think this will be the first time anybody hears of it, but we're gonna be bringing out Green Dog,
nice.
Blueprint, and then Turtle Pie.
Sick. Bro.
Yeah, they're all gonna be out. We're probably gonna be dropping their stuff in summer.
Nice, man.
late summer, I think.
That's
And
what's up,
so
bro.
that's like kind of like the true blessing, right? Is like I've had the opportunity to meet people like Drew and like Jordan and Matt, you know, and then like using whatever, I don't even know what you'd call this, just like acumen or whatever to like be able to speak to, you know, people at TRP, right? Like my CEOs, which is why I'm thankful for that little time I worked with a bigger company, right? 'Cause
Sure.
you learn that. But then it's like I stayed true to my roots, just growing herb in the garage for the longest time, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of helped me see who actually had like viable value. So when you look at like Jordan at Blueprint, it's like the amount of time he used to like hunt and select specific varieties and like make sure that they're good and like can hold their own with different terpene profiles like
Yeah.
across the board.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard.
Hell
and then you
yeah.
have Drew, like if you know, like most of the best brands they have Drew shit. Like we just have to be honest.
Yeah,
right?
big ones.
So it's
Big
like then
brands.
he's done so much, and like a lot of these things you think are from other people are really from them.
Nah, Drew's mad humble with it, bro.
Right? So he's the mayor of Sac. That's what I say. He's like
Yeah.
the mayor of fucking Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm working with Drew right now. Yeah, he's great, man.
Yeah.
Doing his thing, man.
And so like that's why it's like important for someone like, at least I think, and obviously it's my job to say that
No doubt.
shit, you know, but it's
doubt.
like important to have someone like myself, you know, to be able to like bridge that gap, right? And then understand that like it's important to have these things, and like as a retailer you need to be the one to translate that to the customer, right? So it's like, yeah, the weed is amazing, but if nobody knows, nobody's gonna fucking buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
That too.
if that's why I help with like a lot of the training aspect too. Like I'm not just there like QCing the weed. Like I have a partner who does Chaliques with me, and he's out in Florida right now. Like he lives there
Oh, okay.
on site.
Wow.
And I'll write like the standard operating procedures, right, in which he will operate. So like
Gotcha.
as the head being in a place, I'm writing out the procedures based on what I've done for quality
Cool.
control, right? And so then I'm able to focus more on like training and the aspect of like, these are brands, this is why they're special, and this is how we convey it to a customer.
Okay.
So that's what I'm taking on a little bit more of now. And then obviously like there's that business development aspect, right, with like brands and working with brands and bringing them to different states and shit like that. So the job description's huge, you know.
Yeah.
But it's
you wear a lot of
because
hats, my friend.
yeah, but I think it just came from like just being like useful and loyal. Like those are the two things. Like if you can be useful, they will find something for you to do.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're loyal, like they don't have to worry about like me hanging out with Drew or someone else and like me not coming back. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think those two things together really just help with like me being able
Sure.
to do so many things. But you know, it's like weird because just everything I've done, it, like you said, it's like a dress rehearsal. So many different things kind of led up to it. So training, you know, stores,
Yep.
right? But even before that, having kids helped me have patience and helped me like understand like it's not about you, dude, you know? So like when I was training people at stores, like I'd have a lot more patience. Or I'd be like, dude, what if somebody talked to my daughter like that? Or like you kind of have a lot more empathy and you kind of your mind slows down a little bit. So that helped. And then just like being in the fucking grind of just being young parent like makes you fucking tenacious. So like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that like in my life that kind of just led up to me being able to do all of these things. But like there's definitely like a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
You know? Like I was
For sure.
right place, right time.
Yeah,
I
but
never
you were positioned though. You were perfectly positioned
Yeah.
to catch those lucky breaks when they came your way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because those windows open and close fast sometimes. You
Very
know what I mean?
fast. If that's one thing I would like, if I had any advice for somebody, is just like when an opportunity presents itself, it's just like the worst thing that could fucking happen is you're back where you started.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I kind of just had that like motto. It's just like, well, I'm pretty happy where I am right now, you know? And like,
Yeah.
if the worst thing is me being right back here, like I'll go for it.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
A lot of successful people say that like when an opportunity comes your way, like more of the risk takers, more of the go-getter mindsets, they'll say yes to an opportunity and figure out how to do it later. When people, the opposite side of that, they will overthink it and not make the decision and miss the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm the I'm like, oh, word, what you got? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Check your background real quick, and I'm on it. As long as you check out and the dollars make sense, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Did some homework on you. Let's rock.
Yeah.
We'll figure that shit out later.
That's kind of how the roll started,
Yeah.
dude. It was
tight.
it was like.
Yeah, tell me about these rolls, bro.
Yeah. So like kind of how the rolls got started. So that's like it's funny because it was like through work. So the homie Dan, met Dan. Dan's like the president, TRP, and he has like these connections like through like kind of like the house music world, right? And there's these like DJs called the Martinez Bros. They're like dumb famous. Like they do residencies in like Ibiza for like 3 days. Like they have like 2 million followers type shit. Like they're this dumb famous DJs, right?
Yeah.
And so it's funny because at this time I was like rolling hash rolls, you just do it. This was like, you know, in 2020, you know, even before rolling hash rolls. But like when it started catching steam and people started using Organotips and shit like that, I started rolling my own. And Dan's like, I don't know how this fool finessed it, but Dan's like, yo, Martinez Bros, there's a Coachella party. They need like 3 pounds rolled up. And I'm like, okay, I know somebody, right? And it was my homie, Holy Rollers.
Yeah.
Because I actually played basketball with that fool when I was like 8 years old.
No shit.
I swear to God, like my dad was Holy Rollers, one of the Holy Rollers coaches.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty funny.
That's true.
And yeah, and he just was like, I love you, dog, but he was charging some outrageous number, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, and then Dan's like, all right. And I'm like, you know what? I'll fucking do it.
3 pounds, Dolo?
No. So this is how the comes in Chalique, right?
Okay, gotcha.
So I have my partner, Chumpy, right? His Chumpy's Trees, Christian. So me and Chumpy, like, it was like partnership shit at first. He's the one who like vouched for me when I was doing like the Florida shit. He's like, oh, this fool grows, whatever. So like without Chumpy, it's like he made the connect, right?
Oh, cool.
So, and I'm like, I'm doing this shit, dude. I'm about to roll 3 pounds. You with me? He's like, I don't know, man. Like, if you know Chumpy, that's like that's kind of how he sounds. And I'm like, man, I'm fucking doing this shit, dude. I'm out. And then he hits me up. He's like, I'm down. I'm like, all right, God, thank God. I'm like, thank you, God, dude.
Yeah.
So me and this dude, just kind of sat there for 2 days. I stayed the night at his crib. 2 days. 2.5 days, right? Straight. Just grinding up. And this is like before we knew any tech.
Oh, you're not doing like stages. You're just grinding, rolling type shit.
Well, we ground up a fuckload, and then we just rolled a fuckload. And then we'd get tired, and we'd grind up, and then roll. But this is like not on 12 millimeters or 11 millimeters or even 10. They're on 9s like this.
Ooh.
And we're rolling 1 gram joints.
Chill, bro.
It was something like 1,000 and something. It was insane. Rolled so many joints. And then we like took some photos. We were just like so fucking hyped. We're just like, yeah, we rolled all these fucking joints. And then somebody hits us up. They're like, can you roll me some? And I was like, hit up Chumpy. I'm like, bro, this fool wants us to roll some fucking joints. I'm like, I wonder what we charge. Like, I don't even know. This shit's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then it just like kind of like stemmed from there, and we're just like rolling them. And then so like one of the things which is funny is like me and this fool would be together so much, my partner, that like they would just like call us like Chalique, like Chumpy, Malique, Chalique, like together. You know what I'm saying? So we were just like always together, me and this fool, because we were traveling everywhere, like doing like pre-recon on like, let's just say Massachusetts. Well, we need to go out to Massachusetts, see what's in the market, so when we open a store, we can like match that market tangibly, right? So me and this motherfucker would go everywhere together.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's my dog, like Chumpy, right? So then it's like, what do we call it? And he's like, duh, Chalique Rolls. Like that's what we're doing. Like, you know, so it's like, it was like that's the funniest shit. Cause he's like white dude, I'm a black dude. And we both have mustaches. And it was like, all right, what's the logo? mustache, like
shit.
like just organic and just like. And literally, it's like the most simple, iconic like branding shit. Cause you're gonna see the mustache. Like you don't need in a sea of everything's colorful and everything is like amazingly in your face. A black and white mustache is probably the easiest thing to fucking pick out of the thing. So, and it's like funny because some people are like, "You ever gonna like rebrand?" And we did a rebrand. I redid the Bad Brains logo and like put like Chalique Rolls, like Bad Montings, which were sick. But they don't even move nearly as good as just like the mustache with whatever strain it is. So it's kind of just funny, yeah. And for the record, I have my mustache first. I've never shaved this mustache.
No shit.
I swear to God.
So check this out. Let me just let you know how I found you guys, right?
Yeah.
The fucking mustache, bro. Is there one on here? Yeah. I would see motherfuckers post like this. They throw it up. You know what I'm saying? Put the mustache up. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Chili, and I couldn't say that, but we were talking about before. I was like, yo, bro, how the fuck do I say that? Because I want to say chilaquiles.
Yep.
But it's
fire.
Chiliques.
Yeah, Chiliques.
And fucking, I'm like, okay, cool, man. This is fucking dope. It takes me a while to figure out the name, so I'm already asking about your brand, which is good.
Yeah.
Like we talked about. It makes you more curious. It's kind of like Good Pizza. Why the fuck would you call a weed company Good Pizza?
Yep.
I'm curious. Tell me more.
I'm curious.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's a good thing to have a little curiosity with the name, and it's a simple logo, dude. It's a cool little fucking player ass mustache.
Yeah, and we're trying to be super low key because it was like, dude, it was kind of like what we were doing was like a little bit like frowned upon, right?
Why?
Like, because we were doing the forced collab shit. And so, like, that was, like...
Got you.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets along.
Yeah,
you know
no, not everybody gets along. But so, like, it kind of plays back into, like, my jobs. Because it's like, dude, I'm working a full-time job on salary. Like, and I'm very, like, professional. I have kids and a wife. Like, I want to make sure my shit's done.
Sure.
So, like, me, like, doing the roll shit, like, I don't know how they would take it or nothing like that, you know? So it's, like, no branding, no nothing. We're incognito as fuck.
Yeah.
And they ended up being like hella supportive. They're like, "You want to like take this shit rec?" I'm like, "Well, wait," but like you know, like being hella supportive. But like, yeah, that's kind of it was like we wanted to be like hella ambiguous, let the product speak for itself.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we'd get so much material from just our friends.
Yeah.
So like I'd get some shit from Drew, and like Squints, and then LA Family Farms, and I'd be like. We're going to do his flour mix, and then we're going to take his raws and put it in here. And I'm going to call it a forced collab because I was just putting that shit on my Instagram tag.
Yeah.
Like, just like, forced collab, like forever. And then I was like, you know what? Like, we're doing this shit, and now everybody's doing forced collabs. It's pretty funny.
Nice.
But it's like the concept isn't ours. Like putting different weed together and like
there's blends and shit.
Yeah, because the first blends I ever saw... shout out to my homie Gerbs Herbs, the blends from Don Murpho's.
Okay.
The Motitas blend. So that's like the first time I ever saw a joint blended, but we were blending weed since blending weed, you know, like salads, take the end, like whatever. Yep. But like just calling it a forced collab was funny, you know. I was like, all right, it's like a forced collab, we're doing it, and we do like small drops and you know, so like the whole thing, it was just kind of super organic. Like nothing was fucking planned. Not a single thing. Yeah. Like even being here is a fucking trip. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like
what am I doing?
Yeah, what are we doing here? Like what do I do in my hands? Like Ricky Bobby and fucking Talladega Nights. Like what so I mean how we got here and like rolling for some of the brands we've rolled for is fucked. Like some of the brands we work with, I'm like never in my wildest dreams. Like I don't even know how old I am, but like Chalice in 2016, I'm buying Ted's weed, his wedding cake, and his do-si-dos from the booth. Yeah, and that Chalice where everybody was gonna die, like because it was so hot.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Shout out
People
Jungle
still
Boys.
Talk about that.
Yeah, shout out Jungle Boys because they gave out water to people. That was pretty sick for free, and probably saved a couple lives.
Wow.
To be honest, that was like one of the craziest things. But yeah, even going from there to like. Now, for like Alien Labs parties, like they'll be like, "Do you want to roll for us?" I'm just like, "Damn, dude! Like, what the fuck? Like, this is the shit you dream of." So it's like, I don't know, it's surreal.
To add on to you know my intro to your brand, like I also noticed everybody fucked with you, bro. Like all my homies in the game, like Ted and you know fill in the blank, like you know well-known names in the cannabis industry. They're all posting your shit, bigging you up. I'm like, damn, this dude's not only got a fucking cool little mustache joint.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking lot of people fuck with this guy. Who are these guys, man? So I was very curious.
Yeah.
And you start coming up in the podcast. When I asked you, who should I get on the show? You came up a couple times. I'm like, okay, cool, man.
That's dope.
You know, that's what, you know. And then I didn't know I already knew you. I met you.
Yeah, with
through
Nosh. Yeah,
Was
Nosh
it
at Hall of Flowers.
Like
Yeah.
a couple years ago, man. Like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I normally, like, people
Yeah,
have
I'm like,
no
oh,
idea
shit,
what
man.
the fuck I do.
When I put it all together, I was
yeah.
like, we talk. Matter of fact, when I gave you the call, right, about the podcast, I'm like, bro, didn't I meet you before?
Yeah,
like,
he did.
I'm putting this shit together.
Yeah, that
like,
shit was so funny. You did, man.
It's a trip, dude.
And I thought that was funny just because, like, it's something I do on purpose, and I kind of just got out of it because I just kind of want to inspire other people who, like, kind of come from, like, just being a bud tender like
Yeah.
I was, that, like,
Sure.
bro, you could do some other shit and, like, actually have a career.
Absolutely.
So that was that part of it. But yeah, man, it's just like it's a fucking trip.
Yeah.
All of
Life's
it's
a trip, bro.
Yeah. So, like, when we met, like, I don't really tell much people what I do anyways.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I really try to just be like, yo, like, do we click as people?
Yeah.
Because the cannabis industry is super advantageous, as
Yeah.
you know, right? And that's cool. Like, but I noticed, like, yeah, it's cooler to be low key. Like, I just like my life. I like my privacy, you know, and shit like that. Like, I'll post my kids and all that stuff. Like, normal dad. Like, I'm proud of that shit.
Yeah.
I like when I see my kids fucking throw something real far, just, you know, shit like that. I'm like, dude, this is tight.
Proud
you know?
dad moments.
Yeah, so I'll post that
Yeah.
shit, but, like, yeah, I think that's just something that, like, I've really prided myself on, is, like, my personality, and just, like, if I can be, like, a real genuine type dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just, like, if I can't do some shit, I can't do some shit, I'll tell you. You know, if I can, I will, because
Yeah.
I've been down bad. I'm sure everybody's been down bad. And that, like, little bit of help that somebody gave me was literally the difference between me being here right now and not being here right now. So I'm always down to help and just try to be a good person. So I'm stoked that, like, other people in the industry are, like, at least, like, you know, fucking nobody hates me yet. So that's pretty
cool.
fucking tight.
That's
you know
tight.
what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm hyped on that, dude.
Good, man. Speaking of collabs, bro, do you have any collabs coming up we should know about?
Yeah,
What
for
you got?
sure. Yeah, so we're gonna do we got a Sean Cron Kalia collab coming
Okay.
up, which I'm super fucking hyped on. Me and Mark have been trying to get together forever. He actually
Same here,
wanted me
dog.
to let you know that he's gonna hit you up for the show.
Please, man.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
been trying
yeah.
forever. I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta come to Rosa, huh?
Yeah, he actually let me know. He's like, dude, tell JP we're gonna fucking
Come
get
on,
something
Mark.
going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super hyped on that, and I'm super hyped on that for the pure reason of, like, they're giving me a bunch of different flavors each.
Oh, tight. I
You
was
know,
gonna
to
ask you
go
what
through it.
flavors. There's like a bunch in
It's
play.
still to be
No doubt, no
determined.
doubt.
So
That's cool.
I mean, one of them that we wanted to do is like a white sour dub, which is from Sean Cron, the flower. And I'm just trying to find some stuff from Mark that is just really, to be quite honest, and there's nothing against these, but like GMO papaya Skittles, they're cool, but I wanted something adjacent, like something a little bit more complementary to, like, the Sprite candy terps, you know? I think Z would be good, but I kind of just want to see what else he has. So he's going to hook it up with a bunch
Yeah.
of flavors, kind of see.
Have you tried White Thorn Rose?
White Thorn Rose is really good. I was
That's a
thinking about
dope
something
one,
like
bro.
that.
That's funky, man. Shout out to John Casali and the fucking Huckleberry Hills
Yeah,
boys.
Heritage dudes. That shit was fire,
yeah,
dude. I
dude.
like that.
CGO did some rolls with our Fugazi and the White Thorn Rose, and that shit fucking, that was
Yeah.
a nice combo, bro.
Dude, for real. Shout out CGO. That
Shout out
dude,
CGO, he's fucking killing it,
he's
bro.
like
He's on fire, bro. I just keep telling him, bro, just keep fucking going.
yeah,
bro.
CGO is like one of the pioneers of, like, large scale rolls.
Yeah.
Like, the
Yeah,
one thing
dude.
about CGO is, like, you got to give that dude his flowers. Like, he's a fucking hustler, dude.
Oh, hell yeah,
Like,
man. Events on fire, rolling,
Bro, and
rolling
then
team crazy.
him
like,
doing 11:30 and then Hash Hole Island, it's like, you gotta respect the fact that he's thinking bigger
Yeah.
than just rolls, right?
Yeah, he is.
So I fuck with
He is.
CGO heavy. That's
Bro,
my
he
dog, man.
created. He'll forever go down in history, bro. It's like, dog, you understand? Like,
Yeah.
before a hash hole day kicked off, and I had numerous conversations with him. You could ask him. I was like, bro, I'm proud of you, dog. Like, you literally started a new cannabis holiday. Like, you're going to go down in the books of cannabis history because of that. And I'm happy to be a part of it, bro. I
Yeah,
fucking
straight
vented
up.
at that shit, man. It
I
was
know.
a
I
fucking
saw
great
you,
time,
dude. I was trying to say what's up, and then it was just like, bro, your shit was packed. Which is good for you, bro.
Yeah, it was good. It was
That's
good.
hard.
It
That's
was a
hard to
good one.
do.
It was a good one.
Yeah, shout out CGO, man.
That's fucking cool,
that
man.
That guy's a G.
He's he's everywhere he's supposed to be. He's in Germany right now. He don't miss events, bro.
I know. I was supposed to be in Germany, but
bro, I know.
the kids are out of school, so I gotta be a dad.
Yeah.
No more.
I'm
no
hella
Germany
booked out
really.
this year, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I was just in New York for 420.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, you were barring them things up, bro.
Dude,
Every
that's-
video I seen you in, you fucking hunched over with a homie, just fucking.
Yeah, so that was funny. I
Rolling
actually
'em up,
rolled
kid.
up. I was a judge for the Billies.
Yeah.
So thank you to Matt and Ben from Astor Club.
Hell yeah.
My dogs. And then Fletcher at Archive and Adam at Archive. They were like cool enough to let me be a judge. And then I was with Teddy and Sean.
I
And,
saw
like,
you
yeah,
mostly in those videos
yeah,
with
so,
Ted and
like,
Sean.
Yeah, so like me and Teddy like planned our New York trip together and with Sean, and then
Oh, cool.
they're just like, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it, dude. Give me the jars. I was like, you guys give me the jars and grind it up, and I'll
There you
fucking
go.
roll everything. So we had like an assembly line of
Beautiful.
like all of the
Oh, you put Ted to work?
100%.
Let's go, Ted.
Love you, Ted, but he already knew the deal, and he was
Bro,
hella
that's-
too. Like
That's a lot
you'd
of
be
weed, bro.
surprised.
He
Yeah.
ain't trying to roll.
No.
Ted will bust it down. He ain't trying to roll.
No,
Ted
I don't
hates
think
rolling.
anybody was trying to roll all.
Especially on your
60,
level,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's a lot of fucking rolls, dude. And you have to, bro, you have to roll them right to judge it right.
Oh yeah.
You can't have no loose ass fucking wizard sleeve
Not
fucking
at all. And it's like,
joints, bro.
and the funny part is like, and this is like, kind of going off topic a little bit, but just like, you had to make them the same size.
Yes,
like the weed is
bro.
gonna grind. Like it didn't matter. You can weigh a gram and a gram. That's not conducive, right? So you're telling me a gram that grinds up to this size of a joint and a gram that grinds up to this size of a
Yeah,
joint.
weed
and
breaks
you're gonna
down different.
Compare them.
Yeah.
It's like I had to size them.
You went size wise. Gotcha. Smart, dude.
Overweight.
Smart. Yeah.
Because it's like it's gonna do the same thing.
Oh yeah, like all these 3 joints I rolled up, they break down totally different. All of them.
All of
2 are like more fluffy. One's more like fine and sticky.
Mhm. And like, what are you gonna? And like, you're not gonna pack something super loose to make it as short as the other one, because then it's not gonna smoke as good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I would just take the quantities. Oh, sorry, and like line them up,
Yeah.
and then I'd roll the joints.
Yeah.
But another collab, speaking of New York, is we're gonna do a collab with Styles P.
Say word.
And,
no
yeah,
shit.
and Strain Gang. So, me and I've
guy.
been providing rolls to Styles for some time.
It's a nice flex, my friend.
Oh yeah, he's the homie. Styles
That's
is
what's
like
up.
actually the homie. And I like FaceTimed him with my dad and shit. 'Cause my dad's like loves the lock. So,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Like that was like the like
Full
I
circle?
made it moment. Like for my dad.
No
I was
shit,
like,
dude.
I was like, look like on the phone. It's like Styles. And he's
SP
like,
the ghost.
yeah, so if you actually, I have a picture, I'll send it to you. It's like Styles with the Chalique mustache.
What?
And like, yeah, he requests them
That's
all the
fire,
time. Yeah,
dude.
he's like, that's his
that's
roll
cool,
of
man.
choice. Is
That's cool.
Chalique Rolls.
Tight, bro.
So we're gonna do some with Strain Gang and Styles, and like the
Nice.
sickest part about it is I actually sent him some that he turned down, which I love, right?
Good.
So like he was like,
So he knows weed.
he knows weed, and the reason why he turned them down was purely based on the strain and how high it got him.
Oh damn.
So like he uses his personal experience for his customer. Like he's really focused on you getting faded, which is good. Like we should not be smoking weed only for flavor, or else you should probably just
Yeah.
get a piece of fucking.
Oh, so it
candy.
didn't get him as high?
Nope,
Oh, it didn't get him high enough.
it didn't get him high enough because I
Okay.
gave him the time before. I gave him like some 41 cross, and then the
Yeah.
next time it was lemon cherry, which is a different
Gotcha.
type of pressure,
Sure.
you know. But he wanted something more flavorful. He said,
Yeah.
so I did lemon cherry Skittles, which is like a very
Light
flavor
sauce, the
forward.
LCC?
No, that was lemon cherry flower by Skittles rosin.
Oh, by Skills Rosin, gotcha.
Yeah, and that was at
Okay.
LA Family Farms. I sourced
Tight.
that material from. So it was like good, but it was just like wasn't hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like what
Gotcha.
he's used to. So it's like he QCs everything. So and he
That's-
tells me what's
that's
good and what's
dope.
bad. So like
I
I've
respect that.
yeah. So I've given some shit to Styles that he may have not liked, and I've given shit to him where he's like, that's the fucking shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
like I saw him at the Astor Club thing. And I've always just like kind of given him rolls through the Astor Club guys.
Mhm.
And so he sees me and I'm like, what's up, Styles? And I'm like, here, and then I give him a mustache one. He's like, dude, you're the fucking best. And then like FaceTime my dad and shit. So
tight. You guys FaceTime pops when you was in New York?
Yeah.
Man, I went to that dinner dumb late, bro. I could have met homie and shit. There was a lot of cool cats in there early.
Yeah.
I just made a late decision. That was cool. There was a lot of legends in that building, bro.
Bro, it was insane.
That's tight, man. Good for you, man.
Yeah, so
that's tight.
Yeah,
it's good collab, bro.
Watson Supply.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to the homie.
Shout out Watson. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny because the homie who like Urban Buddha from Watson,
yeah,
like
Buddha,
I met him in Chico. I didn't even know.
Oh no
He's
shit.
like, bro, how are you friends with my cousin on Instagram? I'm like, what? This fool? He went to Chico. He's like, bro, I've met you before. I've met this fool 10 years ago.
No
Didn't
shit.
even know till like a year ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
Small world, bro.
So yeah, doing the Watson Supply, and then I think there's two more. There is one that I wanted to do, but we're gonna kind of see how it works out. But the homies out in Illinois, Legacy, they want to do like a rec drop.
Nice.
So it's kind of just figuring out the logistics of going out there and doing all that. So that would probably be another one. But those are the ones that I'm like super hyped about right now. And then I might have one coming up with Relentless Milk.
Nice, dude.
We have to do some like talking and whatever and figure some shit out. But we've been talking too. So yeah, we got a lot of shit going on. And then all the shit in Florida. My partner, who I still work with, is anybody out in Florida who wants to do collabs. So let him know.
At the kid.
Yeah, holler at the kid. He does great work. Like, kind of, you're going to get the same quality of what I do out there.
That's exciting, bro. You got a lot going on, my friend.
Yeah, thankful. Cool. I'm super thankful.
What's the next 5-10 years look like, my dude?
Oh, the next
What's on the horizon?
10 years. Fuck. So, for me, I would definitely say, like, getting into, like, the genetic side of everything.
Okay.
I mean, I'm personally already, like, invested in the genetic side. Like, I'm doing some stuff with my boy Melting Pot out in Maine.
Okay.
And it's really just trying to, like, give back to the plant that's given me so much, right? And what that means is opening up the gene pool and then opening up the, basically, menu that the consumers have, right? Because it's not like everything's bottlenecked. Everything that's on the market is bottlenecked because everybody thinks that that's what the customer wants. When in reality, they love a variety of things that they could choose from, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, where does that start? That starts on our level, right?
Yeah.
And our level is where we're like trendsetters. We're like Rick Owens. It's like, this fool doesn't give a fuck about what the customer wants. Like, what, dude? He's making weird like drapes and shit,
Yeah.
But like, he's an ideas guy, and then somebody that is mainstream is going to take ideas from this person and make them more palatable for the rest of the country.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So that's kind of where I want to be, is like pushing the game forward and actually like helping people like Melting Pot or like, my buddy Pure Melt, or just dudes who are really like pushing the fucking line when it comes to like breeding good stock, inbred line stock, like shit that may have been not lost, because like, bro, people still have sour cuts. Like, it is what it is. Not as good, but whatever.
Glad you followed up with that.
Yeah. But I'll tell you right now, there's shit that the homie Melting Pot makes that I would literally put up against the sour of sour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, he just did a BX3 line.
Where's he from, Melting Pot?
He's in Maine.
Oh, Maine, tight.
Yeah. So he's
Maine's been pushing fire out since.
And a lot of sour, a lot of chem. A lot of sour, a lot of chem.
Chems for sure.
So there's another homie I have who's not in Maine. Well, I have another homie, IPK, in Maine, who introduced me to Melting Pot. And then there's another homie, High Grade Herb, in Mass area. And those guys have some of the gassiest, funkiest green weed I've ever seen in my life.
East Coast holding down with the green funky weed.
Holding it down.
Still,
so
bro.
I actually taking Melting Pot's gear. We're going to bring some out to Florida.
Okay.
And then kind of give them a taste of some real good shit. I'm actually like, bringing some seeds. Like, if you want some seeds too, I got some Sour D BX, or Sour D by SFV BX F2s that he just made.
I would like those, yes.
Right?
I'll find something to do with those.
Yeah. And so just shit like that. And then using that as like the catalyst for everything else. So it's like, yeah, we have now this like genetic lineup that we're working with, and not only are we able to put it in certain places, right, with our access on the rec market, and then our access in like the niche market, I'll call it, right? So then you can make hash holes on a spectrum from uplifting feeling to relaxed feeling, and you can like really cater a menu for not just people like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just really.
What do you think's driving that train? Just to touch on what you just said,
Yeah.
I like what you just said right there. Let's stay right there. Giving the customer the feelings, the weed or the hash. I think it's the hash, bro, because you smoking like you're kind of dabbing while you smoking the joint. You know what I'm saying? So I think like the hash is leading the train on the feeling, the effects you're getting. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially for a hash hole, it's like, bro,
For hash hole, yeah, of course.
Weed all day, and I'll be like,
straight.
Whatever you need, I got you.
Yeah.
I personally like to smoke hash after my kids go to bed, because it's like,
same here.
They're gonna ask me for some shit, and I'm just gonna be fried. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like too good to be like, bro, I smoke hash from the moment I wake up. Some people do. That's
I can't do it, bro.
Sick. Good for you. Like,
yeah, I'm stoked on your
you can smoke
on your
hash
progress.
the moment you wake up.
But
yeah, good for you.
That ain't
but
me, son.
Not me. But yeah, I think just like from the effect standpoint, I think it's like the flower, honestly, like it might be the amplification may be driven by the rosin, right?
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of things that differ when you're like smoking rosin versus like dabbing rosin.
Oh,
So,
hell
like,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I agree that it does amplify the effects and makes it more of a mental thing. But I do think that like people with hash holes, and that's why I kind of gave you the different sizes. It's like the flower and where you place the hash can really make like a huge difference, right? Like in my opinion.
Okay, let's stay there because so let's talk about ratios and let's talk about hash placement. You know what I'm saying? Like how far down the joint. I'm curious what you
ratios.
What you feel.
So for me, like there's like, and I'm sure you deal with this, there's like what I like, and then there's what the customer likes.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course,
so like with the customer, generally it's like a 2 by a 0.5 because like they're used to like a more like bigger joint.
Yep.
Because people who've been smoking joints for a long time, they never smoke like massive joints like that.
No doubt.
You know,
that's like a party joint. That's like a once in a blue moon out at the party. Some fucking one of our crazy friends whipped one out just on some regular shit.
Yeah. So
like, oh my god.
Definitely a 2 by 0.5.
Yeah.
Hash a little bit like dead center.
Dead center. Got it.
So
like
they
a
can
like a fatty or like a skinny snake.
Oh, definitely more of a fat one. When we roll them, we want them a little bit fatter. Just because it's like you're gonna kind of get it over with more, right? It's like you're going to get that massive head rush from the hash, right? And there's gonna be enough of it that it soaks into the bottom of the joint.
Yeah.
But not to the point where like smoking the end of the hash hole gives you no flower flavor.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So it's like less of a waste, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, like
some of those get nasty down there.
They get super nasty towards the end. So like a 2.5 is what most people would do. So for me, rolling out like the what I was telling you about the experts, it's like not expert because I rolled it expert and it's on a thinner tip. It's expert because you have to kind of like know what you're doing to smoke it, right? Because it's a thinner, longer joint. So for me personally, I like somewhere between 1.5, 1.8, and then I'll do anywhere from 0.5 to 0.3 rosin, depending on how much the shit breaks up to.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more of a size. And then I also like to put the hash a little bit more to the front.
Interesting. Okay.
And then a little bit skinnier. So I'll like actually like taper my snake too.
Really?
Yeah.
Fat up top or on the bottom?
On the top fat and then towards the bottom.
No shit. Okay.
But that's just like for personal when it's like I'll take the fucking time to like actually
Yeah,
because for me it's like I'm smoking herb in the garage, like not inside or around my kids. So I was like, I gotta make that shit count. So
Yeah.
like if something doesn't smoke, I kind of get pissed because I'm like, bro, I just wasted all this fucking time
Wasted
to
30
smoke
minutes
this.
rolling is fucking.
No way, dude. So it's like, yeah, I'll take the time and like fuck around with the ratios.
Yeah.
But I noticed like when you use like a smaller tip, doesn't get harsh nearly as much.
A smaller tip?
Smaller tip.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No shit. Yo, so the last round we did that. We did 1.5 with a 0.5.
Yep.
My boy was like, bro, I'm telling you, they fucking smack. He's like, trust me. Because I was
Yeah.
going to do 2 and a 0.5. He's like, nah, bro. Do the 1.5 because you're getting a lot of hash in there. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's try it. And they fucking were great, bro.
Yep.
That was a great ratio.
Was it a smaller tip?
They were 10s or 11s.
Were they the
10s or
organic
11s.
tips?
No, they're glass.
Glass, so they're probably like 11.
Probably 11s. Yeah,
Yeah.
those glass ones with the X on them.
Yep. Yeah.
Bruno
so-
Rose used them. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Bruno.
Shout out
Rose.
Bruno.
Dude's a legend.
Yeah, he's out in fucking
Bow tie.
Yeah, killing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like mustache, bow tie.
Yeah, how you
Similar
doing?
thing. Like
Yeah.
you just know, like, oh, bow tie.
Oh,
Bruno.
they mean fucking business.
Yeah, Bruno. Oh shit, there he is, bro.
Yeah.
Always has a fresh cut.
Yeah, he's
Shout
got-
out fucking Bruno.
He's got a cool brand, man.
But yeah,
For sure.
I like to usually like if I can use something like this is a 9, you know, and honestly, I was talking to the homie Joe at LA Family Farms about it. He's like, bro, these like the pros that Organic Tips has, like he's like getting a little bit harsh towards the end, and it's like
Where are pros? Where are those?
they're about 10 millimeters.
Okay.
Like they're a little bit over 10. They're like they might even be 11s.
Okay.
I'd have to check. But they're just like a little less small than like the original ones that like Mike and Jake use, which are the 12s.
Gotcha.
Right? The 12 gauge are like a little bit smaller. And it's like, I think the reason why they get so hot, or people are like, yeah, the organic tips get hot, but like the glass tips don't get as hot, is like most of the time on the glass tips, it's like more of a cone. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're putting more at the top and less at the bottom. So like the ratios are a bit different.
Okay.
So I notice when you use a smaller tip, you make more of a cone type joint.
Yeah, because there's usually more weed in there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
you have
I
to.
personally, it's not like law or anything. It's like I like a smaller tip on the joint. I'll roll a big Rizla if I want. Like I can roll 2,
Okay.
3 grams, but I prefer
Cone
it
it
to
out.
be tapered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like a straight shot.
Yeah, cones are cool, man. You just gotta really watch your pressure at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing cones, like you better get this tight because cones are hard to pack.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
If you
Like-
can't roll good doobies, I'd
How'd I do,
suggest-
bro? Check.
Oh,
Give me a
dude.
quick inspection.
Quick inspection. Honestly, I give like if you take like
Hit me.
as an
Be-
average
be
of all
honest.
3, I'm giving you at least like a 8.7
I'll take it,
on the
man.
low side,
I'll take that from a
and then
roller.
I'll give you like a 9.1 if you like take the highest of ones.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
cool.
Like just but like as an average, like 8.7.
8.7.
So you're like
I'll
B
take
plus.
that.
You're better than most
Yeah.
of the rollers who claim that they're rollers right now.
Thanks,
I know
pal.
that's controversial, but so
Hell
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Thanks, bro.
Little PSA: just because you put a band on your joint doesn't mean you have a roll company.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
no.
little off pressure on this one. This one, same little off pressure at the bottom. You know what I mean? Little dimples.
I mean, yeah, but the dimples, that's the thing. If
I don't
it's
like dimples,
too,
bro. This one's pretty cool.
But if it's
No
too
crumbs.
flush, if it's
Oh, I got a
too
fucking
flush,
crumb
dude,
right
you
there.
have no room.
Yeah.
Like you have no room. So
Yeah.
it's like being too flush is sick when you're looking at it, but it's like I've had joints. Like, bro, you ever crumple up? Remember you used to crumple up
Bro,
the paper
always,
before
bro.
you.
Jamaican homie put me on that, bro.
And
it-
how often did it run?
I don't remember.
Never.
Never. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They don't. Yeah. They didn't run. Yeah.
And why is that?
I don't know.
So do the creases really matter?
Yeah. No.
I don't think so.
So check this out, right? So when the dread homie showed me that shit, I'm like, yo, what you doing? He's like, bro, it's easier to handle. And I come from rolling blunts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, once you crinkle it up, it kind of gives it a blunt handle. Like I can
like a
kind of
leaf.
get rough with this thing.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
it's
like
like
a
a
leaf.
leaf.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. But then until we got into all this shit and the crease, like trying to get the crease out and shit. Like, I
Yeah,
don't do that
and
no
I
more.
think when you roll like a big enough and good enough joint and then twist the end, those creases automatically come out.
Yeah. Twist the end, hold the bottom, twist the end, get the. That's a good way to get the pressure right
Yeah,
too.
and then so
I
there's
typically
like a
don't do
lot
that.
of tricks of the trade that you can do to like even out the pressure. But even if
Yeah.
you have like some air in there, like little crinkles, especially if it's a hash hole. Like I've seen people like re-roll it to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't do that. It's gonna just be. It's not gonna smoke as good.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have a dimple here and it's smoked tins
Yeah.
than have no dimple. And I'm like, you've had that hash holes where it just stops smoking.
Yeah.
That's why that is. It's too flush.
Too flush.
There's no air.
Yeah, you're right.
know?
You're right. And I do tend to pack a lot. Sometimes trying to get better at this bottom part with the pressure.
Yeah.
So like, I'm trying to get better with that, so you don't have to pack so much, because you can fucking fuck up the joint pressure, you know?
Yeah,
smoking.
I noticed. When you leave this open, that's how I've always done it. It's like you have to pack it more.
Yeah. You do.
But lighting it becomes more important then.
Yeah.
Right now, and then when you twist it off, dude, that makes it even harder.
You gotta do some work, and you're getting that paper on there. If you can catch it and just pop the top, you know what I'm saying? No diddy.
Easy.
You're good, bro.
Easy. No diddy.
Yeah. Cool, man. So, what do you know, sir, that the industry should know, or what you calling bullshit on there out in the industry? What should the average person know that you know?
Damn. What should the average person?
Or what are you seeing out there
yeah,
today?
I would
that
say
you're like,
this,
"That's
and this is
bullshit"?
like probably gonna hurt some feelings.
Oh, let's go.
That consistency beats quality every day of the week, especially for the rec. For the rec market, people would rather have a B most of the time than like an A, C minus, B plus. Like consistency
Interesting.
will beat quality any day of the week for a normal consumer.
Okay.
You got to think about a
Okay.
normal consumer.
You
for
have to.
any product in the world.
Yeah.
If you're trying to, which is like small batch. Like I have so many homies who rock small batch, and I just love them for it because it's like some of the best, most intentful grown weed or whatever. But like for most people, it's like people wonder why a brand like Cannabis is like crushing it, or like, you know, just on the rack, and it's like, bro, they're consistent.
Yeah.
They're consistent. So like as a consumer, if you're gonna spend $60, and what? Okay, let me ask a question. Let me
What's
ask
up?
you a question.
Tell me. Talk to me.
In
I'm tired of
what
asking
in what
questions.
fucking industry do you have to guess about what you're about to spend your money on? Music?
In what other industry aside from cannabis?
Aside from cannabis, that's made as much money as cannabis.
I don't know.
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, bro, why do people want to have to guess whether or not some shit is good when they're
You don't know
spending
until you smoke it.
over $20? Like, you got to think.
It's
for
an
the
over
normal
$20
person,
spend.
And now I have to think about whether this shit's going to be good or not.
Yeah.
You can have a 10 out of 10 batch. But if the person comes back and it's a 4 out of 10 batch, the person with the 8 batch and then the 8 batch and the 8 batch will probably get 3 purchases when you get 2.
Damn, bro.
know?
Yeah. That's
So-
a very interesting analogy
Yeah.
that I've not heard on the show. Thank you, sir. I like that.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully they don't fucking get mad at me. I'd rather smoke quality, by the way. Don't
By the
fucking
way.
put that on me.
Yeah, you feel no, but you're
But
talking
just
from
in
like
general, yeah.
you're looking through a lens of like, you know, a club buyer for a significant sized operation. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. I'm not the buyer,
you
but
see what
yeah,
or the
somewhat.
procurement.
Yeah.
And you've managed stores before, so you see what comes and goes, how shit flows. You see the reports, et cetera, et cetera. Like you're talking from real data. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, from a consumer
Yeah.
standpoint. And it's
And
like,
a consumer standpoint.
yeah, and at the end of the day, dude, like, I don't care how core we want to be. It's like when you're a skateboarder, it's like, yeah, you want to fucking skate for Anti-Hero and Vans, but, like, you know you're going to have more people stoked on you, and you could reach more people by having, like, a fucking Nike deal,
Yeah,
you know? So
no doubt.
it's like, at the end of the day, I think, like, if you wanted to get your weed to the most people possible, if that's what your goal is, right, then try to be more consistent, right? But if you're like niche small batch, like I noticed those guys that's why they make so much money, is because they're so consistent with how dank their shit is.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
So it's like, even us as the fucking headiest of consumers
Yeah.
get mad when we gotta search batch to batch. When we're like, bro, this shit is not smoking as good as this, but like this was a 10, you're like, you're disappointed.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think even at our level, we would want somebody with consistent 9.5s than 10, 8,
Yeah.
10, 8, 10,
Yeah,
8, 10,
bro.
8.
Makes the job so much easier.
So much easier.
So much easier, bro.
And your customer can trust you more.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the day, you want your customer to trust you because that's the right fucking thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Is to give your customer something
sure.
they can depend on. Like, I don't care if it's fucking Lamborghini or Walmart. Like, you should give the customer what they pay for.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. And that's what we're all about, bro. Like, we batch
Yeah.
to batch this shit, bro. We pass on hella shit. And it's been me and fucking Tony just uphill battles, preaching the gospel, winning over one customer at a time, one bud tender at a time, and
Yeah.
like really preaching about what this batch to batch good pizza shit is all about. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And like, this bag is a standard of quality. It went through our
Exactly.
QC, and if it's in the bag, you can trust it. You don't gotta be like, hey, what's smoking? It's all smoking. What terps do you like? Let's talk about what flavors you
You
like,
gotta
because
think.
they're all great versions of what we have on the bag. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's
So
it's your customer having trust in you. It's like
yeah,
you at the end of the day, people are gonna buy from people they like.
and that too. You gotta be a brand they like.
So
what I'm saying?
if they're a brand
And not
they
do
like,
goofy shit.
but you can only become a brand someone likes if they trust you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like there has to be something they see of themselves in you,
Yeah.
which automatically means there's like that baseline level
Yeah.
of trust.
Yeah.
And then you solidify that trust and that brand equity by providing a good product over and over
Yeah.
and over and over
Yeah,
again.
bro. That's
And then you do that, and people are fucking stoked. And then when you have a bad batch, they can be like, "I understand. That's my fucking guy because he gave me 20,000
yeah.
fucking."
And we'll
batches."
admit it. We'll own it. We're like, yo, dude, you know what, man?
Let me replace it.
Every time I'll pull up on you in the street and give you some of my personal head stash, like
Hear that?
the
Nowhere
new
else.
batch.
Yeah, nowhere else.
You know
they
what I'm
do
saying?
that at. That's sick as
You
fuck,
feel me?
dude.
And like, yo, that's sales 101, bro. If they trust you, they'll like you. If they like you, they trust you, they like you. And if they like you, they'll do business with you. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like,
Because you
so
people want to do
that's-
business with people like themselves.
yeah, for sure.
It's like,
For sure. You got any weird skills you care to share with us, or any life hacks? What you got?
weird skill. I think I don't know how weird it is, but it's like I feel like I have smell memory. It's like with like a lot of weed, like I could smell it and it'll probably tell you what's in it. Like,
Okay.
I've done that.
Oh, you
I've
can
done that.
break down strains?
Ask what not what's it, like I'll just be like this smells like this or this and more oftentimes than not you can ask some people like I'm pretty spot on, but that's like because
He's a
I
turp
have
hound, folks.
yeah
I like it.
I have terp autism 100%.
That's cool,
You have
bro.
to cut down on.
That's great, man.
No, for real, yeah, that's probably that's probably it.
Yeah.
To be honest,
If you had a weed superpower, what would it be? You snap your fingers
never
and X happens.
ever, or you know what? If I had a weed superpower, I would be able to look at any medium and read EC and ppm values immediate, like with my eyes. Like, you know, like let's just say like how you can read it in like Arroya and it's like 2.0 EC input, but it's like 3.0 in the block. Like I want to be able to look into the fucking meter and then be able to see EC. That'd be the best weed superpower. You'd go the best weed ever,
Hell yeah.
guaranteed.
This dude definitely grows weed. I haven't heard that one yet.
Nah,
This dude definitely grows weed.
I would never
You
grow
got
weed.
some bars, bro? You putting out fire? Like you nice with it?
I mean, some people have said that for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. It's people that matter to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Then you
like,
got
yeah,
weed,
yeah, yeah.
bro.
Like, oh yeah, there's some people.
You gotta
who
hit me with a sack sometime, playboy.
Oh, definitely. I got
Know
some
what I'm
stuff. I got some stuff.
Got some shit cooking.
Yeah, right
All
now.
right.
But it's taking forever, dude. It's going like 77.
What you
Probably
growing? Some
84
sour
day.
food? Them sauerkraut? What you growing?
Sauerkraut.
Yeah,
for
there you go.
sure. From Karma.
Let's go.
From
Oh,
Karma.
let's fucking go.
We've
bro.
had this cut since
Karma's got that shit, that Zawa, bro. Where the fuck
Bro,
is
I'll put it
Zawa,
like
bro?
this.
Did they kill that project?
people
What's
are
up?
just getting on to Karma shit.
I fucks with Karma, bro. Ever
Now
since I
people
had that Zawa.
Well, yeah, exactly. And a lot of people are seeing his sour shit now, and they're like buying his stuff. But these seeds
Tight.
we got in 2015.
Oh,
My
no
mentor
shit.
got them in 2015.
Whoa.
Popped them, and then when all that shit happened in Oklahoma, he ended up giving me them to be like, hold on to him.
Okay.
And then he hasn't grown since.
No shit.
So I just have it.
Cool,
That's
man.
it. Yeah.
Steward of the plant. I like it.
Dude, it's the.
This is a good guy to know.
Yeah.
Anybody who holds genetics down for homies, that's not an easy ask, bro.
Nah, dude.
That's a pain in the ass,
I
bro.
missed like 3 runs. Just keep it moms. Just keep it moms. That shit was like, it was
God
honestly
damn,
like
dude.
some of the most like, not, it wasn't like depressing, but it was just like, it felt like something was missing. I'm just like, where is, oh, the fucking veg plants. Like, it's sick, you know, but it's
Woo,
like,
we're
yeah.
still in veg.
But now I'm like, I go to the spot and I'm like, yeah. But then I'm
we
looking
finally
at,
flowering shit out. you
yeah,
feel me?
because the last time I ran that specific variety, it like we didn't really get to take it all the way, and then the homie used to run it under HPS,
Okay.
so it used to go like 70 days.
Mm-hmm.
And like the homie Sean Cron's like, bro, I've been getting the shorter flower times with LEDs. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but this shit is going way over 70 days.
What you rocking, HPS or LED?
LEDs, Growers
Gotcha.
Choice. Shout out Growers Choice, because Sean
Gotcha.
Cron got me hooked up with them.
Hell yeah.
They sent us some shit for like hella cheap.
Nice, bro.
And they don't even know me. He's just like, use my code. So it was sick.
Tight.
Yeah, I use Growers Choice and then like Cocoa and shit.
Nice.
Then my homie Catman, the dude I said that like is like my mentor, like the best dude ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. He won't let me say his real name to this day. Fool literally doesn't do anything with weed. He like works as a mechanic and rides dirt bikes. Funny as shit. But yeah, that fool just like, he knows everything about everything. Like, that's the dude who put me on like, yeah. So basically he is like, we can make our own nutrients. I'm like, you're fucking fried, dude. I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, no way. And then, so this fool ended up making it. He brings over like 3 fucking gallon jugs to the spot that my homie has, and we use it, and it's
dank.
looking good.
It's looking good, folks.
It's looking good so far.
It's looking good.
I mean, you never know, but it's a little bit to go.
Tight, bro.
Not too much, but yeah, that's kind of how I like. Yeah, without that shit, I would have been burnt on working in the legal industry. People get burnt, dude. They don't have a hobby. Like, this shit becomes not a hobby for people.
Yeah.
It becomes
it can
their
take the fun out of
everything.
it. It definitely
And then
can
it
take the fun out
becomes
of it.
their identity. And it's like, bro, I'm so hyped. I just do like little cool like shit all the time to just keep that like gratefulness for what I do, because like that shit keeps me pushing, like gratitude and understanding that like, holy shit, dude, like you're somewhere where a lot of people want to be.
Yep.
So like,
Gotta remind yourself of that, man.
tighten the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know?
Tighten up, kids.
Yeah, straight
Tighten
up. A lot of these kids, which is crazy, and I know you'll think this is fucking insane, weed's their first job. A dispensary is
That
their
is
first job.
fucking insane,
When
bro.
I would hire for
It's
the
cool, though.
shops,
It's fucking cool.
dispensary is their first job. So they don't understand what it's like to work. Like a perfect example,
they'll take it
Sturt's
for granted.
Doinks. Sturt's Doinks.
Yeah.
Shout out to my fucking brother, dude.
Shout Storts.
That guy
He be
worked at a
killing it.
fucking McDonald's.
Yeah. I worked at a Burger King, my first
So
job.
he understands what it's like to work.
You gotta eat
gnarly
shit
normal
for a
job.
while, man.
Yeah, 100%.
You gotta
bro.
eat shit for a while because you have to have something to
100%.
contrast, bro. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like this country was based off of like hard work, strap your boots up, get fucking to it, and take a bite of the shit sandwich when it comes your way.
Yeah,
You know what
100%.
I'm saying? Shit just got soft, bro.
Dude.
And on that note, we're gonna take a little break. It's time for you to hit us with your top 3 strains of all time. We're gonna go 1 old school, 1 new school, and 1 desert island strain. You stuck on an island with for the rest of your life. What you got for us?
Okay, so what's old school? Like,
All relevant to you, my friend, and your
oh, really?
timeline.
Okay. Honestly, Bubba. Like
Solid.
398 Bubba, man. Like that shit gets you so faded, man. Bubba. New? Well, no, because this shit's old. But new to me
New to you?
is a Maui Skunk Dog.
Whoa, shit.
I really like that shit. It's like
Sean
like
Cron?
chem, yeah, it's like chem
Thought I seen that in
shit.
his- in lineup.
Yeah. So it's like it's I had from him like almost like 4 years ago. But it's like it was new to me, dude. That shit to this day is some of my favorite weed to smoke.
Oh shit,
hands down.
Great name too.
Yeah, Malique Skunk Dog.
Fuck.
It's not his strain. It's like actually from Hawaii, and I believe that he got it from his homie like Casper, who like got it from
Okay.
like it's like the Gray Skull crew type shit. Like it's real like Hawaii weed. Like I guess it's like a yeah, and then there's like another fucking like one, but yeah, that's what I'll do. And then Desert Island would be Headbanger for sure, 100%
Headbanger OG.
from Karma. That's what I'm growing actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Headbanger
Hell
is
yeah.
like my favorite weed in the world.
Nice, man.
That's like seriously, it's like all the phenos I've had of it. Well, there's like 2 releases I believe. Like the 2015 release, it like had a bunch of just like OG sour like headband type hybrids. Damn, actually, yeah, that it has to be, man. Because Headbanger is just the fucking shit. It's my favorite weed, hands down, dude. Easily.
If there was one strain you could bring back, what would it be?
One strain I could bring back. P91, for sure.
What's P91, bro?
It's from San Diego.
Really? Tell me about it.
So it's like this shit that's just like super legendary in San Diego, dude. Like it's gone. There's this dude named like Gerbo or whatever. Like the person you need to talk about this shit with is like Sean Cron. Like he's loked out SD dude. But
yeah,
like that shit, I just remember being so fucking high off that weed. Like I got it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I was just so fucking high, dude. Like I just, maybe it was the tolerance, but it was like almost like, I don't know, it was like weird, like almost nutty terps.
P91, like cookies nutty or like
P91, like
what terps
like,
could you
dude,
compare it to? More on the gassy
nothing
side, it sounds
now.
like, no?
Nothing now.
No shit.
Dude, it's just, you had to be there.
It had to be there.
Yeah,
I like
type
that.
shit.
We'll
was
leave
like
it on that.
P91
Yeah.
for sure.
How about like your smoking weed or growing weed etiquette pet peeve? What's your pet peeve? What grinds your gears?
Oh, when you're, I would say like taking the fun out of smoking grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I don't want shit to happen to my joint, I'm gonna keep that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I
Yeah.
pass the joint and somebody fucks it up, I might be kind of bummed, but it's like I'm not gonna chastise you for it type shit.
In public, yeah.
Yeah, and there's been like some times where I've been in groups where people are like, "Bro, hold the joint this like this," and it's just like, if you wanted it to be like that, you should have kept it, you know, type thing.
for sure.
So it's like, don't take the fun out of smoking. Like I get it, we are very particular,
Yeah,
and
but
we
we're
like
all
our
psychos,
shit.
bro.
We're psychos, but
We're all weed nerds, bro.
we're being psychos to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying? Like that's
what it
literally
is.
the thing. You're like literally we're being psychos to enjoy the weed because we want the most enjoyment we can get out of what we're smoking. So it's good to be psychopathic about that.
Yeah. But keep that to your psycho crew.
And keep it to yourself.
Not
You
at
know
the
what I'm
party,
saying?
bro.
Like yeah, and if your crew's around, then you can hit them with a party foul.
Yeah,
If
no
they
doubt.
know what's good,
Yeah.
you can hit them with a party
For
foul.
sure.
But
For sure.
I'd say my smoking pet peeve is thinking that everybody smokes like us.
Yeah.
You know what
true.
I'm
That's true.
saying?
We gotta check ourselves.
Yeah, we have to check
Before we
ourselves
wreck
sometimes.
ourselves.
Like I've been in the same situation, bro. Or like we're doing like QC, and I'm like, this shit needs to be 100 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, dude, like, why don't you just lower the price and get it to some people who actually like would rather have more weed for less and don't give a fuck, which is like not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's just like the people who buy Coors Light. It's
Yeah.
like they don't
Nothing
know
wrong
what
with it.
hops are in Coors
Yeah,
Light.
man.
They're
wanna
just
tap the
smoking
Rockies.
it. That's
Feel me?
it, bro.
Nothing wrong with a silver bullet after work. You know what I mean?
Bro, I used to drink a lot of beer. That shit was cool.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. I stopped drinking when my daughter was like 1. So
Okay.
yeah. I was like,
Yo,
I used
Coors.
to like to drink. Yeah.
Coors, I got a cool memory on Coors, bro. Like, my boy Puerto Rock, his Poppy, R.I.P. to Poppy, he drank Coors, bro. And like when the party was always like 1, 2, 3 a.m., we're like, fuck, we ain't got no beer left. Yo, you trying to tap the Rockies? That means we go get steal Poppy's beer. But your ass better get up in the morning and go down liquor store, grab that shit, put it back, or we
It's
gonna fucking
funk.
hear it, dog.
Yeah.
It's gonna hear it. Yeah, dog. Tap the
That's
fucking
so
Rockies,
sick.
fool.
That is so funny. Yeah.
Favorite song to blaze to, Malik? Hit me.
Favorite song to blaze.
It's a nice day. Work's over.
Favorite song.
Fatty.
Any
rolled up.
any Babytron song. I'm blowing fucking pounds to Babytron.
Okay.
And if it's not that, then I'm probably gonna be listening to like I don't know, some fucking Janet Jackson or something.
There you go. She
Yeah.
just was in Sacramento last night.
Really?
Fun fact. Yeah, I was invited too. I didn't go.
Came a day too late.
Yeah, I could have got you a free ticket, bud.
Really?
Yeah, dead ass.
Damn, I fuck with Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
I like
she's
the
dope.
beats and shit they used back then.
Yeah.
My dad used to play it growing
Oh, yeah,
up.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like nice, like relaxing music.
Yes, sir.
But if I'm trying to hustle, I'm about to put on some like Babytron or some like Boss Man D-Lo or some shit,
That's right.
and then just get to it.
That's fucking right,
Pretty
dog.
much,
Fuck
you know.
yeah.
It depends on what mood I'm
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
I
for
guess.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stoner food, bro?
Oh fuck, hamburgers. Like hands down, I'm eating some fucking hamburgers
Okay.
all goddamn day. It's 100%.
We're gonna take it a step deeper.
Yeah.
What's your middle of the night? You're creeping through the kitchen. You're a scumbag and you know it. You're
Rice
high as a
Krispie
kite, and
treats.
you see those. You're taking them all down.
Rice Krispie treats.
Whole
all
tray, fuck the
goddamn
kids.
Day,
It's
bro.
over.
Bro, like I'll like go to the gym and shit, and I'll eat those before the gym.
Dude. Oh no
right?
shit! Is that your pre-work-out?
Dude, I'll get crazy off
like
some
it.
Rice Krispies, man. You
I
get
like
that
it. This guy's
sugar,
an animal,
you get the
bro.
carbs. I'm telling you, Rice Krispies before the gym. If you're on a diet, not the best, because they're like 90 calories for a little one. But if you're trying to get buck in that motherfucker, eat some
Okay.
Rice Krispies. I'm a huge advocate for Rice Krispies. My
I like
wife
it.
got me a sheet like this for Christmas. I ate the whole thing. Not at once, but pretty close.
I like it. He's a savage, folks. So, if you could smoke with two people, one that's dead, one that's still alive, who would they be?
One that's dead. You know, I was thinking about this. I would smoke with the first person that's ever smoked weed. Like, I would go back in time.
I respect that.
I want to see
That's
what
a
the
new one.
fuck he was on
That's a
type
new
shit.
one.
Like, I want to be like watching him. I'm going to smoke after him for sure. But I want to see. Like,
Wait, how does he light it?
yeah, or it's like,
What's your tech, bud?
what the fuck was he thinking?
Yeah, dude. Did you
I'm
try
about
it
to
out?
light this and go,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah.
Like, I need to be there. That's
Yeah.
the one person dead.
That's a
Alive,
fucking cool ass answer, bro.
alive, probably my dad, dude. Like,
That'd
yeah,
be cool,
he does
man.
not
That'd be
smoke.
cool.
Like, he's like, I smoke with my mom, obviously, and like, I just want to like fucking smoke weed with my dad.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty fucking funny. I feel like honestly, like he'd be the type of person to freak the fuck out though, maybe.
Yeah,
But he like microdoses and shit. So I mean,
that's cool.
yeah, he's into it. He loves that I'm in doing my shit.
Oh,
and like
shit, dog.
he's proud of me, you know, and like that shit's
That's
amazing.
cool, man.
But yeah, I want to smoke with that dude. And then if it's not my dad, then I probably fucking Willie Nelson, like everybody else. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like, but my dad over.
He's on the list.
Yeah, my dad over Willie though, 100%.
The first time I smoked with my dad, he did freak out and passed out and went to the hospital, bro. Some
can't
sour.
wait.
Shout out to sour.
Bro,
When sour was sour,
I'm gonna give you some headbanger. We're gonna compare.
yeah. We'll see if we
In
put
my
Pops
opinion-
back up in there.
Well, that's funny that you said that. So like, when, like my dad doesn't like smoke weed or nothing like that. So, and my uncle Omar used to sell sour in New York,
Okay.
right? He's in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And like I showed him
Yeah, he did.
Headbanger, and he's like, "That smells like the stuff that Uncle Omar used to sell."
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah, that shit's. But it's like sour, 80%, 10% candy, but not like runs like this weird grapey thing, and then like 10% like OG piney.
That sounds incredible, bro.
It's the best weed in the world,
Need
in
it.
my opinion. Like not, I don't grow it the best, but like genetically, I feel like
Yeah.
that line
That in the right hands.
is my
forget
favorite
about it.
line. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that line from Karma is my favorite line.
Yo, where's Karma from, dude?
It's from the Netherlands.
Oh, no shit. They're not out here? Oh, shit.
Funny enough, my boy, you know Stacks Tanko?
Yeah, yeah. I never met him, but I know him.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
like my homie. So
Hell yeah.
he actually kind of like helped facilitate their shit in like Barcelona. So he
Okay.
was one of the first people I saw some Karma genetics from because he was Team 10 Extracts back
Yep.
in the day.
Yep, I remember that's how it rolled out.
So I'd look at their shit and I'd be like, Karma. And then my mentor, Catman is like, I got these seeds, Karma Genetics, fucking, blah. And he had Camarado OG, some of the best OG ever. Scott from Wizard Trees, I showed him some of this back in LA and probably like 2 years ago. He was tripping.
No
right?
shit.
I swear. You can ask him. And so literally he had the Camarado, he had the headbanging, he had a bunch of cool shit from Karma. And I just kept him because we knew how good it was. I was like, bro, I'm not letting this shit go.
Good for you,
and
man.
So but I did have to like back it up, obviously.
Of
so
course.
there is one homie that has it.
Yeah.
So
just in case.
you never know.
So can I call you in an emergency situation? Be like, yo, Malik, I'm fucked up, dude. I'm about to lose everything. Can I just can you hold it down for like a month?
I mean, yeah, dude, I'd hold it down. The only thing is, like, I'm gonna be honest with you and be like, bro, you're gonna get back like a fucking plant this big in a solo cup, and you gotta take your own clones, like it. But if if it was a month, if it was longer than a month, we'd go through the proper procedures.
All right,
You know
well,
what
I'm just
saying?
saying
So
a
I'm
month would be
limited on
nice.
space.
So maybe we go longer than a
Just
month.
be like, yo,
Let's
I
keep
gotta
a
hold
couple
something
hours.
down. Yeah, I mean, if we're good enough homies, for sure.
Cool,
and like,
cool.
That's the thing. I think.
I'm just breaking your
Sometimes-
balls, man. It's
Well,
just
no,
nice to know.
I would
It's just
be,
nice to know.
I'd be down. And the other thing is,
He's
like,
giving me a real answer. And I
the other
respect
thing
it. I
is,
like
like,
it.
that's
know where we
somebody's
stand now.
livelihood. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like that's the thing. It's like, I'd want you to be able to trust me fully before giving me something like that, as opposed to giving it out of emergency.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Because then
I
it's
respect
like,
that answer
so
for
like
sure.
that's like one thing. It's like I want somebody to give me some shit because they want to give me some shit, not because they have to give me some shit. My homie gave me that shit, and then was like already planning on giving me the shit before he actually sent it. You know what I'm saying? That was off the love.
Yeah.
But like it ended up like divine intervention that I saved it and that shit happened.
Nice.
Right? So
Nice.
it's like that's just kind of how shit works. Yeah.
That's tight. Now, my friend, it's time, and we are very close to this date, to shout out your favorite plug from back in the day. Because plug day's on Sunday, pal. Father's Day this year.
Oh man.
My birthday every year. Me and Pop.
My favorite
and
plug
Day.
from back in the fucking day. The homie Billy, who I used to get Catman's weed from, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Shout out to
and
Billy.
I knew this fool Billy since forever. I went to school with him.
You still know him?
Still know him. Sometimes I
Get him on Sunday, bro.
Dude,
$20 Venmo. You get a little joint.
Yeah,
Hook
I'm
him
gonna have
up.
to hit Billy 100%.
Just give him a plug day gift, bro.
Yeah, I might, cause that homie like
Just tell him thank you.
play fantasy football with Billy. I used to, at least, when I used to drink a lot. Then I had to cut
Yeah.
that shit back and
Recalibrate.
but, yeah, Billy is the homie, man, and he was cool,
cool.
enough to be like, I'm out of town, hit up Catman. You know, because
Nice,
that was
nice.
like his roommate's homie, and he's
For
like,
sure.
and he's like, bro, just like hit him up. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like, so shout out to fucking Billy, because if it wasn't for Billy, and then my homie Jacob, those two, and then Catman, like the progression of events with those guys, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
No
the
doubt.
cool shit
No doubt.
I have now. You know.
Shout out to them, bro. So now, my friend, before we hop into the rapid fire questions and wrap up this interview,
Let's go.
please tell us if you could go back to the younger you, right,
Yeah.
and give you some advice the day before you hopped off the porch and jumped in the game.
Yeah.
What would you tell you?
Be patient. It's like shit doesn't happen overnight. You could be the most qualified motherfucker and be loyal, straight up.
Yep.
I was loyal, but I would stress the importance of it, right? Like staying with a team and building up with them will do way more for you than trying to hop onto every team that you think is hot, because the market ebbs and flows. But like the way you treat people and the way you help them to actually build a viable business, they'll never forget. They might start a fucking ice cream truck and call you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. Be patient for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
good
shit
advice,
doesn't happen
bro.
overnight, and you
That's
gotta
really good
like
advice.
sit back and watch shit a lot too, instead of be reactive. So being patient is huge. Like, don't always hop on the next shit. Being in your own lane is a good thing, you know, and being patient and then like in what you do is a good thing. So yeah, that would be.
I love that answer, bro. It's a good answer, bro.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. So now, my friend, we're going to go into the rapid fire questions. These are one-word answers.
Yep.
Try to keep them one word.
Yep.
Let me know when you're ready, sir.
Let's go.
Do you like to smoke in the hot or the cold?
Cold.
Joints or blunts?
Joints.
Bongs or bowls?
Bongs.
Cold start or hot start for dabbing?
Do I get a temp timer?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Oh, hot start.
All day.
All
Yeah,
day.
no doubt. Rig or e-rig?
Rig,
Rig?
of course.
Sure. Street smarts or book smarts?
Book smarts.
Fear or respect?
Respect.
Yes or no?
Yes. 100%.
Batman or Superman?
Superman, come on.
Haze or sour? But we're
Sour.
talking New York haze, piff. Sour? Yeah, you answered that way too
No,
quick. Yeah,
no,
sour,
because
sour.
I've
You
had
don't gotta
the New
explain
York
it.
haze, frankincense, very spicy,
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
good. Loyalty Icy Mag has the best new pheno of haze. I said it right here. The La Vieja Loyalty
Okay.
Icy Mag. Swear to God, best new
shit.
pheno of haze I've ever had. But sour is fucking undeniable. It's not even close.
I respect it, brother. Nas or Hove?
Nas, Ether.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Yeah,
You
best.
feel what I'm
Come on,
saying?
man. Not even close.
Not really, but that's the song, you know what I mean? Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal fucking Kombat.
Finish him.
Easy.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
That motherfucker Shredder.
Oh, first time.
Yeah,
NBD on the
he's
show.
Crazy, bro.
We're
He's
going with
have
Shredder.
Fucking armor and
You
shit.
can say that on the show. Nobody goes outside the boxes. I like the way you think, my friend.
So I'm coming.
Shredder was raw.
No Diddy.
80s or 90s?
90s.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Pizza with pineapples or no pineapples?
No pineapples.
Bro, I just realized, I'm going to say more than one word here. I just realized on the Happy Monkey show that we just dropped, shout out Happy Monkey, I asked these fools, so the next question is, pineapples on pizza or no pineapples on pizza?
No pineapples.
I said pineapples on tacos or no pineapples on the shit. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but some people do that crazy ass
Bro,
shit. I
with
seen
the Al
it.
Pastor, bro.
Yeah, no.
See, I fucks with that.
But people do that.
Is that wrong?
No, they
Hold
put
up,
like,
Rube, is that wrong? Pineapples on tacos with Al Pastor?
they cook it in
Is
the
that
red
okay?
sauce.
Está bien?
Yeah, it's part of it, but
Part of it. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's make sure I'm not violating the taco
I don't eat
community.
pork anyway, so we're good.
Okay, cool. No
Chilling.
pork on his fork.
All good.
All right. Tacos or burritos?
How hungry am I?
Guess that matters.
I'm looking for the flavor. Tacos. I'm trying to. If I got some shit I need to get some calories in for, I'm gonna go burritos.
All right.
For
all
sure.
right. Mozzarella sticks or nachos?
Mozzarella sticks. Love mozzarella sticks.
Caramel or caramel? How do you say it?
Never thought of that.
You should.
Caramel. Caramel.
Caramel.
Caramel.
In-N-Out or Five Guys?
Internet. Oh, fuck. Five Guys. Now.
Okay.
Now I've been on Five Guys.
Okay. Beach or snow?
Beach.
Cheetos or Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Old Malique. Flamin' Hot. New Malique. Normal.
Okay.
Gotta watch my gut.
Crunchy or puffy?
Crunchy.
All day.
Crunchy.
I agree. The Wire or The Sopranos? Let's get down to business. What really matters here? Where you at, kid?
Only because my dad watched The Wire and I saw a little bit of that. I'm going to go with The Wire. Fun fact, never seen Sopranos.
Fun fact. It's the 25th year anniversary as of yesterday. This is an omen, my friend.
I might watch The Sopranos
Yeah,
tonight.
I'll pay for
real.
your first month of HBO Max.
I actually have
just so you can start.
HBO Max. You
Done
know,
deal,
the new
bro. It's on there.
Game
What are you
of Thrones
waiting for, my
shit?
guy?
The new Game of Thrones
Game
shit.
of Thrones, bro. Put on season 1. How you doing? First scene's gonna bring you
watch
right in.
Game of Thrones too. That shit is
No,
fire.
Game of
And
Thrones
House
cool.
of
Game of
Dragons.
Thrones cool.
House of
I
Dragons.
couldn't get into it, man. But I'm still working on the season, the House of Dragons,
The Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, well,
yes.
yeah, finish that.
I have to finish that first.
And then you'll get into Game of Dragons. I will watch all Sopranos, update you real time.
Yeah, let's do
Because
that.
it looks cool as fuck.
It is cool.
But
as fuck.
I just have
Trust me.
terrible time sitting down and watching shit with the way my brain works.
No
So,
doubt. Do it before bed. It'll put you. It's nice. It'll calm you.
It's good.
It calms me anyway.
That for sure, 100%.
Yeah, it's like my zen, bro.
Zen, Sopranos.
Sopranos, man, buckle up.
I'm on that.
Pacino or De Niro?
De Niro, bro.
Godfather 1, 2, or 3? Have you seen The Godfather?
Seen
Start
the
there.
Godfather.
Okay, cool,
Seen
cool,
the
cool.
Godfather. I'd probably say, where's the one where you get shot up at the checkpoint?
2. Wait a minute. No. That's 1.
Because it's Sonny.
That's 1. That's Sonny. Yeah, Sonny gets
shot.
clipped in 1.
1.
Yeah, 1.
1. That's a great one. Ooh.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Freddy or Jason?
Jason.
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
You a morning person or you about that vampire life?
Morning.
Blackjack or poker?
Poker.
Text message or phone call?
Phone call.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Automatic or revolver?
Automatic.
Jack or Blue Dream for the rest of your life?
Blue Dream. Easy.
If you could bring back one dinosaur as your pet, who would you choose? And it'll do whatever you say.
It'll do whatever I say.
Yeah.
I would 100% that one from Jurassic Park when it comes up and it eats the shark and then it comes back down in the new Jurassic Park. It's like the biggest fucking whale thing, biggest mouth, has teeth. It could fucking swim you wherever, dude. 100%. Or a pterodactyl so I can fly wherever.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Easy.
Body shot or face shot by Mike Tyson? In his prime.
Fuck. Body shot.
Shot a 151 or hot dab? 900 glowy. It's going to fuck you up.
Hot dab.
Candy or OG?
Oh, gee.
Tupac or Big?
Tupac.
Big L or Big Pun?
Big L.
Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Wu-Tang, because they did more for the stoner community.
All right.
With how high.
Good shit.
Wu-Tang.
Good shit.
Forever.
Good shit, my friend.
Hell yeah.
You did well, my friend. You did well. This is a dope interview. Cool getting to know you on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having
that,
me,
man. Hell
bro.
yeah, bro. It's all good,
Appreciate
man.
it.
It's all good.
Very fun.
Before we dip up out of here, though, let's share with people, how we met and who that I should know that I should get on the show. So we kind of already covered that, how we met through the homie Nash. Shout out Nash.
Yeah.
Hall of Flowers, you know what I'm saying? And then we reconnected through the Rolls, man.
Yeah,
That's how I found you
100%.
again, man.
Pretty incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to fucking Rolling Joints.
Yeah, shout out.
So sick.
Hell
Yeah, I mean, some people
Yeah, who do you
that
think I should get on, bro?
definitely want to say Sean Cron, Marcus from Nature's Lab, dude's a legend. And then 100%, I mean, if it's possible, Melting Pot Farm,
Where they located?
Maine, high grade
okay, you keep
herb.
telling me that.
Yeah, a lot of
sure.
the East Coasters, IPK, the Astor Club dudes. That would be a pretty
Yeah,
sick
hell
one.
yeah. Those are all solid, bro.
Stewart's Doinks.
He's come up a lot, bro.
Yeah,
He's come
yeah.
up a lot to go on the show.
Mr. That's my
So is
fucking
Sean
dog. Sean.
Yeah, he knows he got the invite. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're gonna get him
Trying to
up
figure it
here.
out.
We're gonna get him up here, and then, yeah. I mean, there's so many talented fucking people who we work with, but I definitely want to give a shout out to the homies in SAC, Dave
Yeah.
from Preferred.
Hell yeah.
They're about to do a rebrand, like Mike Rolls,
Like
Jake
Mike. Crazy.
Rolls, Blaine. Those three are
Boys
my
are killing it.
fucking dogs.
The
I've been
boys are
homies.
killing it, bro.
Fun
Hell yeah,
fact
that's my
about
dogs.
like Mike, I gotta shout him out. This motherfucker picked me up from Sac Airport and just did work. Like I was doing actual work, going to facilities, doing all this shit. Homie was with me the whole time,
Hell yeah.
thugging it out.
Oh, Mike
smoking
saw as
joints.
it come, bro. Hell yeah.
Best
that's my
dudes,
dog.
like,
Hell yeah.
and they're about to do a rebrand, or not a rebrand. They're just doing a launch on all of their mix light Preferred is.
Oh, yes, they are. You
So
been
that-
up to that spot yet?
I want to go.
Fucking
Dave told me I should go,
powerhouse,
but
bro.
I'm
Yo.
moving around a lot. Is it
Yeah.
that sick?
It's sick, bro. Yo, when you see the autonomy of this operation
Yeah.
and how he just walks through that thing and knows
Yeah.
every fucking inch of that place.
Psycho.
It's just I enjoy being around
Psycho.
professionals and like, people own the space they operate in. You know what
Oh,
I'm
dude,
saying?
he's
and
the
like
epitome.
It's very impressive.
The
Very
epitome.
impressive.
And
bro.
LA Family
Yeah.
Farms for sure. Lot of support.
You know what? I've been fucking with
Lot
their
of
tree for a
support,
while, man.
bro.
Make that link, bro.
Bro, I
gotta get them on the
guarantee
show.
without Joe, like that dude has supported me through so much shit.
Tight, bro.
Craziest motherfucker on the planet.
Hell
Best
yeah.
dude.
I
That's
like
my
guys
guy.
like that, yeah.
No, that's my guy.
Cool.
So major shout out to them. That's probably it though.
Tight, man. Tight. How can people find you, bro? How can we reach in our network and help you in your mission, man?
Oh yeah,
Please,
dude. Follow
let
me
us know, brother.
at Malique Bless It. It'll be posted on here. And then Chalique Rolls 2.0. The feds got the first one, of course. Shout out like Dan, TRP, the homies, obviously, for helping me get to this point. And then
Hell yeah.
shout out to my fucking wife, dog. Straight
Shout out to
up,
wifey.
dude, and my kids. Because without them, I'd probably be fucking fucked off somewhere,
Yeah.
you know? So 100%, that's the most important shout out. Wife, kids, 100%.
Hell yeah, brother. Good shit, man.
Dope.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Appreciate you, big
No
dog.
doubt, brother.
Thanks for having me.
You already know,
For real.
man.
Let's
You
go.
already know. Yes, sir. You already know, guys. You already know where to find my boy. Chalique Rolls.
Chalique Rolls.
I just pause on
Heard
that
it
one.
here
brother.
first.
Chalique Rolls, you heard it first, ladies and
Heard it
gentlemen.
first.
Chalique Rolls, good pizza. Hit the Patreon, support the show, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the support. Peace, love, good pizza. We up out of here.